and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can you hear me? Can someone let me know if you can hear me? Apparently, I hit the wrong button, and I never turned on my audio. I'm sorry. So, again, welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Welcome to my hangout here on Astropreneur. My name is Liam, for those of you who do not know me, and we have some guys in the background. And if anyone else who does join wants to come in and hang out and chat with us on screen, you are welcome to do so. We just ask you to behave. And we come in and talk about our projects. We talk about what we have going on right now, could ask questions, give each other advice and help and so on. So let's see who's in the background.
Hey. Oh, you seen me doing this?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I glanced over the screen and I saw something moving and I saw you doing this.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Hello.
So this mic should have come back on its own. It didn't for some reason. Hey, Rob, how are you? And
Hey,
Matt.
hi.
Hello. How you been?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
So what have you all been working on? First of all, today is Happy Star Wars Day to everybody.
Happy 4th.
Yeah, today is Star
Yes,
Wars
it
Day.
is. Rob just subbed to you for 2 months.
Rob, thank you. Actually, I didn't even open my Twitch yet. I need to open Twitch. I got everything started up, but I didn't go into Twitch to open up my console. So thank you, Rob. Thank you for the sub. Let me get into my...
May the 4th be with you. And you.
Okay, sorry, I'm just waiting for this to load up. So, Rob, thank you again for the sub. I have been busy doing Star Wars, or no, not Star Wars. Sorry, doing Starship Super, the Starship and the Super Heavy booster. That's where I've been busy. I have.
Hello, Spring. How are you?
Hey, Spring. How's life?
Hey, Spring.
Hey, Sebastian. So this is the Starship, and these all move. This is the basic Starship, and they have our engine block and so on, 29 engines. And
excellent. Very nice.
And I'm not finished it yet. I'm still printing some parts of it, but this is going to be the Starship Rocket itself, the Starship unit. And so we have the moving flaps. This will be attached on here. That goes on here, and this will go on top of that booster. I have a couple of pieces I have 2 or 3 more pieces or so that I have to print to finish off the inside and the outside of it. And because there is actually clear windows in this, and this is going to be printed with clear PLA. Yes, a little bit. I did Spring. I lost a small bit. I'm just starting, but a little bit. But there will be clear windows in here. So my plan is when I have it assembled, I'm going to put a digital watch battery with an LED inside, so this will light up and it will shine through the windows.
Spring thinks you lost some weight. Hello, Jerry. There's another Jerry in chat. Sebastian said he got 2 resins from the giveaway.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yeah, that was the Anycubic. Yeah, I don't have any cubic machines. I have a variety of others, but so I have a few pieces I want to print. One piece kept failing on me. I have some, which is the window for this. For some reason, it kept failing on me. It looks like I was getting under extrusion. I don't know why. So this will be the window, one of the main windows. So I'm going to try print it on this machine again tonight with some clear PLA. And if I might be happy.
I might be reviewing the Anycubic new FDM printer that came out, or the resin printer, but I'm not sure if it's going to be one, both, and when that's happening. I see Spring is in chat, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get a tracking number, but I might be reviewing some of their stuff here soon.
If anyone wants to come in and join the conversation, there is a link I just posted. Everybody's welcome to come in and join. As long as you behave yourself, you're welcome to come and join.
Oh, I came in here to be naughty.
Well, Matt, You're so passive anyway. It doesn't matter.
Are you challenging me?
Go on, bring it on. I know where the
Nah,
kick
not
button
worth
is.
it.
I know where the kick button is, Matt. I know how to use it too. It's good to be in control. Where am I? I'm not going to do that in PG. I'm going to do it in a clear PLA. So I need to level this machine first and get it working. I haven't used this in a while.
Well, I got my first X-Tool video put out, as you guys probably
Yeah,
seen a
I
couple
saw it.
days
Looks
ago.
good.
Now I'm starting a video for 2 trees on their diode again, their second video. Then I got to jump back on the Weedo and I got to work on the IDEX machine, another video for that. And then at that point, I'll probably be doing some reviews for Anycubic possibly.
Nice.
Cool.
I have nothing lined up at the moment. Hey, D Apprentice, how are you? You're at home. That is where you are. I don't understand what that means.
When you're talking about tactile,
Oh, so let me home this, and I'm going to I'm going to level this, and I'm going to get it set up to do a print.
Yeah, I'm at home.
no, when Liam was saying, I know where you are, I can boot you, blah, blah, blah. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
just a delayed comment, and your brain had already moved on. You this way to understand it.
Yeah, I'm moving about 5,000 miles an hour. Hey, Jerry, how are you? I just started streaming last week, and my first Twitch stream ever.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I've like we've been streaming a while. Jerry and I have been streaming Jerry and Jerry 3HP. We've been streaming quite a while. We've done a lot of stuff with GTech in the past, with Spring in the past. In her last job. So we did a lot of work with her. And a Cubic when she was there, and we done a small bit with you. I've done a little bit with you as well. Spring on with Anna Cubic and some of the events, one or two events you did. I helped out with.
Yeah,
Prentice, hello.
Quite a bit.
This is still too tight.
And I made a lamp.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've got a lot of videos over on YouTube, a lot of interviews I've done with different people and makers, a lot of hangouts on YouTube, and then I've moved over to Twitch to do all my streaming. How long that will last, I'm not really sure, because my Saturdays kind of dwindle. Not that many people are popping in, so I'm not sure how long I'll keep doing them or if I'll go back to YouTube.
That's what I'm seeing as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of up in there and what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And like,
Tech Dad, what's going on?
It's a lot of work doing your streams. Hey, Tech Dad. And like, if the people are not watching, then we'll be streaming for ourselves, right?
Yeah, and then it just burns up your time and you could be doing something else.
Yeah. I also have a GTEC, the A10. Okay. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, Matt has a lot of GTEC machines.
Yeah, I've got an Anycubic Photon Mono X, a mid-size resin printer. I love it. It's awesome. And I have their wash and cure station also. And my other mid-size resin printer is what's it called? What's that resin printer, Matt, that I have? Like you got? Frozen? The Frozen Mighty 4K. I have that one also, but I don't ever use it.
Yeah. I said I don't have any cubic machines. My go-to resin is the GK1.
I have the Photon Mono 4K from Anycubic, and the Frozen I have Mighty 4K. I got
a few
GTECs. I got 4 A30 Pro GTECs and 2 A10.
Hey, Abadus, how are you?
Hello.
Sorry, I'm leveling the bed in this. I have one piece that I'm having problems printing it on another machine. I want to get it running on this machine. It seems to be
Oh,
getting clogged in the
I
other
see.
machine.
John Dum Dum's problem appeared to be a bent bolt, which makes sense because if the bolt's slightly bent, it's going to throw that one arm off, and that's why it's going to
Yeah,
drag.
yeah. You're getting the new BIQ Pixel L. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I
And that's
haven't.
what I've been doing.
I haven't worked with BIQU for ever actually. I've worked with a lot of other companies, but never them. So I'm just getting this job set up. So give me a moment, guys, while I get this ready. I need to try and get this one part printed because it's driving me crazy. On two other printers, it was giving me issues.
Yeah, I went to my group on Facebook. I clicked on my link for my logo. It took me to Thingiverse to some other page. It wasn't even my page. So I had to find it. I'm moving it over to Printables, I think it's called, Prusa's site, and
Yeah.
it's having trouble connecting or doing something. So I'm
Well,
working on
just
getting that.
download your stuff and move it. You're better off to just download them and move them manually.
That's probably what I'll have to do because it's not connecting or something properly.
Yeah. But yeah, I got a few things in printables, but not many. I have one thing I do need to move from Thingiverse.
Matt, are you beating on your drum or what? That's kind of loud.
Sorry, I mute myself. I'm using glue stick.
It's like a boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, he was
Hutchins,
pounding
make
the
your
goose
face
about
go
on
low.
the paper. So, Spring, come in and join us if you want. You know you're welcome. If you're still there, I don't know if you're still there or not. That looks okay. Let's let me just preheat my bed.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to join you today, and I finally seen your link pop up here. Look, I'll join for a while. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm not really with it at the moment in my head.
Yeah?
Just trying to figure out what I want to do next or what I do or don't want to do and, things like that.
Okay. Okay, let's set heat up.
You're at a crossroad, huh?
Well, it takes a lot out of you doing streams, and if the audience, like I know, guys, you're regular guys, you come and hang out with us all the time, but if the audience is not always there, it makes you wonder, is it worthwhile doing it, or So I feel you, Jerry.
And anybody that's new and you want to start streaming, do not pay attention to how many people are watching. Just do your thing. Do not look at how many people are watching because they might watch tomorrow, the next day, or next week. So you might always have your audience at a later date. So just carry on like you got 1,000 people watching because at some point there might be. So
I agree. See if I get this loaded up. Oh, there's filament already in this.
Jerry, if you're in chat, what's the name of your channel?
Yeah, share it so we can share it with everybody.
Because I don't know another Jerry that streams. Well, actually, I do. Barnacles. I know Barnacles. That's his name's Jerry, so that's the only other Jerry I know.
Am I at temperature yet? Sorry, guys. I'm just going to get this job ready. I'm not at temperature yet.
Apologizing is not allowed. Just do what you got to do.
Oh, I apologize all the time.
Apology.
Sorry. Tough. You're going to have to live with it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the focus printer he's messing with.
Yeah. I'm just trying to flush out. I'm trying to print a window with a clear PLA because I'm going to put windows on the Starship has windows. And I want
Hello, Sergio. How you doing?
Because I'm planning to put hey Sergio, hey K2. So I'm planning to put a little LED, a single LED light inside it, so the windows will actually light up. And Jerry just told me my conversation was boring because he's yawning.
Oh no, I yawn all the
I
time.
know. I'm just making fun of you.
I know, me too.
Constantly yawn.
Especially
I'm just
when
making fun
I
of you.
get tired.
So let's see how we go with this. Let's see if we can get this to print. Let's see. Where is
Hello, Karen.
Mr. Clark? How are you, guys? If there's a link, if you want to come join, let me just paste the link in there again. If anyone wants to come join, you are very welcome to do it. So,
Saganaki 3D. Hello.
yeah, hey Saganagi. Sorry, I'm just going to pick the file here. It says window confirm. Okay, so as I said, Starship is well underway. This is Starship. It's got moving flaps. The upper part of Starship is ready to go. PK2. So that will go on here. I have windows printed to go on over to this, and I'm printing the window for this right now. And so inside there, I plan to put an LED light in there so the windows glow.
Is that a half shell or is that completely round?
That's a half shell, because the back of it is going to be black. Because in the real one, it's black. Because this is the underbelly as it comes into the atmosphere.
Oh, okay.
It has the heat tiles on it.
All right.
So it's going to be black all the way up, and the top part, which I haven't finished yet, would have two movable fins on it too, like this, like these flaps, and it'll be silver, like chrome all the way to the top. So it's mostly done. Is it sticking? It's not sticking, so I'll give it a little space.
Yeah, my Galaxy S10, by the charger, it would not charge. When I plugged it in, it said I had a moisture issue to unplug it, which it didn't. I turn off the phone. It usually says it's got a moisture issue. Plug it into my computer, won't charge. Had problems for a few days. I finally bought a wireless charging port that's a round disc. Now it charges fine. I just set it on.
Check on where your power plugs in, because it's USB-C.
Yeah.
Right? It's probably full of crap in there. You need to clean it out. And when you do that, it's not making a proper connection. It's not going all the way in.
I just bought I would need to do that, but I just bought a wireless charger and it solved the problem.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's what I would do.
Have to get something small enough to try to get in there and clean the contacts.
You can actually use it. It's easy enough to do, but it's on both sides of it. I do mine regularly because it's USB-C, so it's on both sides of the connector. And you just get something in there and scoop it. It can push it into the corner and then lift it up, scoop it out. A
little tiny screwdriver, flathead.
Well, I wouldn't use a screwdriver. Use something smaller, like a needle or something in there to fish around.
Okay.
Just don't dig it into stuff. Just keep it to the sides so you don't dig it into the center post.
Yeah, I haven't tried air compressor, but yeah.
Compressed air will work to a point, but if it's heavy, fluffy, like pocket fluff, they get stuck in there. Making fun of Matt? Good man.
No, me. Air compressor on my mouth.
A paper plate will even actually be a bit thick. You need thinner than that, I find.
Yeah. Paperclip probably too big.
You making fun of me? All right, I
Of
remember
course.
that. I remember that.
Yeah, I use an air compressor for everything. Hey, what's up, Llama?
Sorry,
I use an air compressor to blow out my garage, blow out my truck when it's dirty inside. Open the doors up and use an air compressor to clean my truck out. I used to pull the hose in the house to clean things in the house. Now I take my PC out in the garage. Obviously, I hold all the fans so I don't over rev them, and I blow out my PC every couple months. Because I live in Nevada and everything gets really dirty and dusty. And if you don't hold your fans, you'll over rev them and destroy the bearings. So you got to hold your fans in your PC and blow everything out really good.
Yeah, and you'll generate the current going back into the printer, which is bad as well.
Yeah, possibly. Wreck-It Ralph. Hello.
Hey, Ralph. Hey, Llama. If anyone wants to come in, let me post a link. There's a link, please. Hey,
Miller 3 Design.
You are welcome to come in and join. Let's see. Yeah, you're all welcome to come and join. I'm looking to clean off the hot end. Never use your level cutters to clean your nozzle. Get a cloth. Safest way to clean it. This stream should be the Astra and Tactile show. He's on just as much as Astra. Well, both of all of these two guys are always on my shows.
Yeah.
But I generally hang out Matt streams during my workday. I can't attend. I'm sorry, Matt, but it's in the middle of my day.
Yeah, sure.
Worst
I
time of year.
remember. I know
Worst
you don't really
timing.
like me.
Hey, Jim.
Hello.
No,
Jen.
wait.
Hey, Jim. So let me try this again.
Can't hear you, Karen.
We can't hear you, Jim.
Who's Jim?
Kieran.
Jim?
Jim, yeah. Jim.
You have to tell me that. Will you explain
That's
that?
his new name. That's his middle name.
Is it James?
Jim.
Kieran is saying he's saying nothing.
He's working on his audio.
Yeah.
How's that?
Can you hear us?
Now we can hear you.
Yeah. So is that your middle name, James?
No,
No. It's mine.
no. I gotta be careful. Every time I swap back across to jump into Maker Deck, I have my volume turned off, so I gotta turn it back on again.
Yeah, I'm not streaming on there because everyone's doing Star Wars stuff today, and I'm not. I'm doing Starship.
Oh no,
not
there is
Star
this.
Wars.
Astro's been working on his Falcon Heavy at the moment. He's up there on his Falcon Heavy.
No, he's on a Saturn V.
No, he's on his Falcon Heavy now.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yep.
Kieran, is that a loyal T-shirt from Comic Age Clothing I'm looking at to your right?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, there has been some trouble.
Oh, two different
And
T-shirts.
Free
Okay.
Free Heathen.
What about for you?
No, that's
T-shirt
a Free
right
Heathen
there.
T-shirt.
Oh,
Free Heathen one as well. Yeah. They sit in the background when I'm streaming on Maker Deck as free product placement for them. So
Okay.
Now, is it a pigeon or a chicken?
it's a very, very ugly chicken. I think I call it a rooster, an angry rooster. I'm not too
oh,
sure
is that
what it
Free
is.
Heathen's logo?
Yeah, pre-heathen. Yep. And I'm waiting for the subsector ones to turn up, so there'll be a third one there in the line.
Yeah. I need to get a logo before I can do them. All I
Well,
have
Jerry's
is
got
not
the
funny.
Jerry's got the picture for your logo. Just ask Jerry for the logo. It's fine.
Wow, which one? What's
The child-friendly
the-
one, please. Yeah, and I've also got to make sure we're doing the old May the 4th stuff as well. So got to cover that.
I've been too busy with Starship today.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's not a problem.
I'll make sure this is sticking.
You want to hear
Yes.
my dog being mean?
Being
Well, here-
mean.
Be mean. What are you gonna do? Stick your finger in his butt and it's gonna bite you?
No, she's just going to go,
Oh.
Come on.
Okay, when you get a
Pass.
dog, like Matt, when you get an actual dog, let us
Pass.
know.
Fast. No. No.
So,
She always
you hear what I
does for me
said?
when nobody's around.
Did you hear what I said? When you actually get a dog, not a rat, not that rat that can bark, let us know.
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, exactly.
Those are elephant
Exactly.
hunting dogs.
Yeah,
It
right.
is, yeah. In its dreams, maybe.
You see,
People
Sam
don't
Prentice is overcompensating again as well, Liam.
Say that again.
You see, Sam Prentice is overcompensating again as well.
Why? What did he do now?
He's printing a Darth Maul model at 500% on Maker Deck. Must be I think it's the Wexter Mini at 500% he's printing.
That would come out
550,
really
550.
bad.
I've seen that video.
That would come out really bad because if you upscale it too much, it's designed to be this size, and when you upscale it too much, it'll become really low poly. It will become
Some of those Wexters scale up quite good because you haven't got much definition really, so they do seem to scale up. I've seen them at 200 and 300.
I've
They're not
scaled
too
up a
bad.
lot of models. That's kind of been my thing forever, and
Yeah, but-
I don't lose quality.
yeah. But when you're going from this to this, that's one thing. When you're
Yeah.
going from this to this, that's a very, very different story, right? because it's modeled small, and unless
So all the
really
polygons
use
show
it,
up. Yeah, it highlights all the
yeah,
polygons.
it'll come out really. It'll probably come out low poly, is my guess. And if there's any flaws at all, they'll be exaggerated.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see because that'll take a long time. He's got that on at the moment, which is funny. I mean, it's been quite interesting. There was someone painting Grogu yesterday, which was quite
I
interesting.
saw that. Yeah,
So.
he was doing a good job of it too.
Yeah, it's coming along nicely. Yeah, he's supposed to
Yeah,
come
he
back
was doing
today
really
once
good.
it's dried. So he may have come back during the night. I didn't see during the night. So
I didn't see. Let's see. If it's low poly in the first place, well, no. But if it's high poly in the first, when it's small, what happens is you have so many triangles, right? That's what an STL file is a series of triangles. And as you grow that, those triangles are going to get bigger and bigger. So it's going to look low, and the larger it gets, the lower the quality is going to get. It's like
has he stopped making the t-shirts or just out of stock at the moment, Louise? Because he's just he could just be out of stock. Let's just check.
whom? Comic Age?
Comic Cage clothing, yeah.
He's in Ireland.
No,
I heard.
no. There's
Oh,
some
he is
issues.
Irish, but he lives in the UK. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's some issues.
So what are you
with
working on,
him,
guys?
with Comic Age clothing. Didn't you guys hear?
No.
Well, Laura Moses is gonna explain this tonight on her show, what actually happened, I guess, and he says
Andrew, hey, would you
they're
quality
gonna
color
draw
design-
some limits up because
one to one full scale, it should be okay.
as far as I know, he pretended to be part of Laura Moses' team and went
Who
to
did?
some of the sponsors and said, "Yeah, I'm part of Laura Moses' team. What can I get? I guess something like that on this.
Who did this?
Comic Age clothing, I see it.
Oh, that's a no. You don't do that.
No.
It's
Pretending
left
to be part of the Law Moses team, you know. I mean, he was, I think, part of the team, but he was not the.
He was a mod.
He was giving out that he was the official seller of T-shirt, basically.
Boy, he has two shirts that look at Loyal's logo on them, but I don't know how they came about being.
He made
I
it
don't know.
for Loyal.
Yeah.
So, I just think it's a sad story, you know. I mean,
Well, if
you
that's,
shouldn't
yeah,
have done
well,
that
that's
if
a
that's
no-no.
what
You don't do that
happened.
to
So, yeah, you don't do that.
That's the almost like stealing someone's design and saying it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
don't do that. Hey, Ben, we should ask the judge what he thinks. Ben is the judge. If we have any decision to make, we run it by Ben, and Ben will say yay or nay. He'll make up his mind.
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
So here comes the judge. I had to say it. Come on, guys. We had to say it. Let's try and get this printing again. What it left? It did not stick to the bed.
Lily, put it.
So let me go to the options and go up the bed temperature. Extrusion should be at 220. That's fine. Heated bed, 65. Okay. Let's see if I can get it to stick to the bed this time. I haven't used this machine in a while, so no, nothing. Well, one of you guys are better explaining it to Ben what happened, because you know more of the details, Kieran,
For what?
about what happened with Comic Age.
I don't know anything about it. That's the thing. So
Oh, Matt does. Okay.
yeah, Matt does. Yeah.
Comic Age seems to like a great supporter from the outside.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I haven't. He's been on stream a few times.
He doesn't stream. He doesn't stream.
No, he's been on my stream a few times.
Okay.
Still packing and moving. I've been there, done that, Ben, many times, and it's
Hang on a
exhausting.
second.
It is hard work. Packing and moving is a tough going. So, what do you think of my Ben? What do you think of my Starship?
Sorry about that, guys. Nature call.
What's the bit ventilated on top there, isn't it?
Sorry,
Is that slotted on the top?
there is openings here,
Yeah.
and I have little plastic windows that are made out of clear PET.
Okay.
Go in there.
Slot in. Yeah.
and then I'm printing the window that goes in here. That will fit into here, and
Nice.
then the second part of this is printing right now. I have another insert to go, another part of the back is up near the nose of it that goes on. It's a lot harder when you're an old fart like me. I'm not far behind you, Ben, so I know exactly how you feel. So, all in all, though, like that part will be done. It's print right now, so it'll be done probably by tomorrow sometime. And then I'll start the black part of the nose cone. If you look up close, let me show you up close. These have the tile reflectors. See the tiles? Can you see
Waiting for it
them?
to catch up. Waiting for it to catch up now. Yeah. See. Oh, yep. The hexagonal like a texture on it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the heat tile. No, I did not design this. This
Karen.
is 365.
Yep.
Yeah, Saturday I was advertising on my Hangout for Comic Age clothing, and I was on his site and I showed it, but now I can't go to it. It's not there.
No, what happened is he had to take it down because Floyd Moses last night and several other people, I guess, contacted him and also contacted some other website to take down the T-shirts because he doesn't want that anything to do with the Law Moses brand and yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to get involved in that because
Yeah, I don't
agree with
either.
that. Yeah.
This is what I was reading early on
Yeah.
from Lord Moses, and
Okay.
I'm on his Discord, and he was very upset. I mean,
Okay.
some new rules and boundaries to be drawn.
So I hopefully by the end by Friday I'll have Starship finished. Have you seen
How
the
did
Agent Rocket is? Look at that.
How did that event go, Liam? Doing that event.
The astronomy event on Saturday.
Yep.
It was good.
Yep.
The presentation was good. It was fun. Looking at the night sky wasn't so good because it got clouded in, but it's Michigan. It's what you expect, right?
Hey.
Yep.
But Saturday and Sunday, this Saturday and Sunday, so it won't be on your stream at all, Jerry. And this Saturday and Sunday, I'll be at the museum both days. And I
Okay.
want to get Starship done before that. So it's going to be done it has to be done by Friday. So this part will be done tomorrow. I'll do the nose cone on this machine again, the same machine. The last part of the black. And then on one of the other machines, I will 3D print. There's an insert that goes inside, but it has like crew storage and so on, like an insert that's just to fit inside in it. And I'll do that, and then I'm going to get a digital watch battery, and with that, I'm going to get an LED light and put tape the LED to the digital watch battery, a 3-volt battery, and put it inside so the windows will actually glow. They'll shine. The light will shine through these windows.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
here you go. This is what he says. Taking something from my Twitter timeline that my children made and putting it on a T-shirt. That is weird, but not really terrible. Branding in the image with your business name.
Hey,
Not
Mecca.
cool. On Wednesday, we have to have a real talk about boundaries in parasitic relationship. Alarm show. That's one of the statements he did.
Okay.
And
So it sounds like sorted out. Yeah.
that was the one on Twitch. And yeah, I mean it's kind of funny the pictures. What says?
Yeah, right.
Kids
He never
said
said anything like
them.
that, Louise, to me, or on our channel.
No.
So anyway, I'm not part of it. I don't want to get involved in that type of.
No,
politics.
keep out of all that stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
K2 Design Lab wants to know where that came from. Did you design it? That came from Fab365.net.
Yeah, I told him that already. Yeah,
Okay.
365. I think it's Starship. The booster is $5, I believe, and Starship is $7. You have to buy
But
them
you can buy
separately.
them as a bundle, can't you? I think you can buy them as a
You
bundle.
can buy a bundle of all, but the big bundle doesn't include these two.
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
it covers Falcon 9, it covers Crew Dragon, it covers Falcon Falcon Heavy, it covers Falcon Cargo, It doesn't include Starship or the or Star Booster.
Okay.
So, but they are two separate purchases, and there's a stand for this as well, which I haven't got, but I will at some point, and I'll print it. So the stand is where this fits right into the stand. So that, which is what they have in Texas for their launch pad. It's actually a round stand
the rollout
with
bit, yeah,
6 legs, and it sits right into it. So, this is going to look so cool beside my Falcon 9. But the only thing about it is, the scale is wrong. My Falcon 9 should only be this tall. My Falcon 9 is actually up here. So this is actually going to be almost twice the size of the Falcon 9. Like, this is Falcon 9.
Oh, so you've scaled it up. You've scaled it up to be compatible with the Falcon 9.
It was the scale of the modeling. You can often scale up, but you can't scale down. So what I might do at some point is I'll reprint this to scale. So that means this booster will actually be this tall, and it'll be twice as wide in diameter. I will do that. I just outside of that, I'll print a same scale Falcon 9, and then do a Saturn 5 same scale. This is sticking to the bed now. Let's hope it stays.
3D print Milan, hello.
Yeah.
Or Milan.
Hey Milan, how are you? Gamble 5K. So what are you working on, guys? What are you working on?
I'm working on this. I was making this on MakerDeck, printing it, and now, as you can see,
it's sorry. This is Yusu silk silver, and it looks metal. It looks really good.
Comes out nice, yeah.
Yeah, it came out beautiful.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Yusu silk silver. It's called the.
And I made this. Hold on.
Yeah, it's just silk PLA. That's all it is, silk PLA. But it's a beautiful color.
It's a present for a family member.
Mario. Hey, Slim Pickens.
Yeah. And the cool thing is,
the Falcon part I got for the super heavy. Sorry, 1 second. Slim Pickens, the super heavy, came from Fab 365. So that's the one I'm printing right now, and I'm almost done with it. I have probably another day's worth of printing, and I should be done.
and I can take out the, like yesterday I showed you. I can take out the individual side panels. If I wanted to, I can print some new ones and put them in.
Sebastian, Sebastian, they should have shipped that already. They should have already shipped that to you. They said they were shipping it out. Now they're on vacation right now this week, so remind me next week, and I will message them. And
they were gone for 5 days, but spring is back up. X-Tool's been talking to me, so I think that's already over.
Yeah, but no, but they only started for 5 days.
Yeah.
Hey, Liam.
Yes.
While you're live and you don't forget, why don't you pull up Facebook and PM them while you are here and you remember and ask them.
Well, I don't know if they're there or not.
But they'll read it. If they're not there now, they'll be there when they're there, and then they'll read it. Because you might forget later.
They can do that. That's what I was going to say. He should remind me next week, and I can chase them. But let me see.
I'd like throwing in my 2 cents, but you might forget. So I would forget. So it's best to do it while it's at hand. So
I'm using 0.1 because I want fine detail.
Yossi sells off Amazon here in the US.
For the black with the tiles.
Sorry?
Liam? 0.1 for the silver or 0.1 for the black to get the tile pattern?
Yes.
For both?
Yes.
Hey, Pez Liz, hello.
Hey, Liz, how are you?
Liz.
We're not... Yeah, well, okay, I won't argue that we're troublemakers. I won't argue that point. You are probably correct, so...
Well, some more than others, Pez.
Well, yeah, that's right, Kieran.
Yeah, I tried to get Liz to drop in on 2 streams, and I thought she was going to do it last week, and she didn't. But maybe someday.
Yeah, come join us, Liz.
No, she's, I think, camera shy.
Yeah.
I used to be camera shy until I wasn't. It took me like a year to eventually pop up on camera. Now look at me.
Fortunately, Jerry, we wish you still were.
Let me show
Don't
you
worry,
something.
Pestless. Only millions and millions of people will see you.
Yeah. That's the scary thing.
I'm just finding this message, and I'm gonna let's go back and check this.
Did you get your clog sorted out, Liz, or are you still working on it?
One second. Sebastian, do you use the same name on Twitch, or are you on Twitch right now? Let me have a look. Sorry, 1 second. Can you ping me again, Sebastian, on Twitch? Just send me a quick message. Make sure I have all the information again. I just want to make sure I have the right information when I'm going to reply back to her and say, this was never sent out, it never arrived, and I'm going to give you your information because they should ship it out of their US warehouse, but there's a possibility it left out of China, and that could take a lot longer to get to you. Oh, here comes trouble. There's a real trouble.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Hey, Milan, good to see you home, man.
Yeah.
Good,
Good to see you got home.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back home. So.
Hey, Liz, I know how it feels. I hate going on camera without my makeup too.
You look like you're about to sleep, Milan.
He always does. That's his meds.
Yeah, it's the meds, but no. Actually, right now I'm replacing on one of my Ender 3s. 2 of the wheels got a flat spot in them, so I had to order new wheels so I could replace them all.
On your chair?
You're gonna stick with the Dacron or go for the clear?
I went with the clear ones.
I'm still having the same problem. What's the problem you're having, Liz?
Blockage.
Oh, these here?
Yep.
Okay, bearings.
Yeah, I want those instead. So instead of the standard black one. So I noticed that I printed out a Benchy. I got this weird zigzag in one side, perfect on the other side. Then I printed out another one on another machine. It was perfectly fine. Printed out another one on another machine. It was perfectly fine. So I adjusted the X belt and still stayed the same. I started investigating the wheels and stuff like that. And come to find out, 2 of them had a flat spot on them. So I just went ahead and ordered them. They came overnight. They got here today. So just in there working on that.
You'll find you'll get a lot of
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
dust with those clear ones for the first few times you run them up until they shape for the track. More so than the black ones because it seems to show up more.
I'm trying not to look at this print. I'm glancing now and again in case it might fail on me because it's failed 4 times today. And I want to avoid putting. I'm trying to avoid to put a skirt around it.
Mad Cat just subbed to 3 months in a row, Liam.
Oh, Mad Cat, thank you again. Thank you so much. I don't, because when I'm on StreamYard, I don't see that. I'm sorry.
It shows up in chat on StreamYard, so that's not an excuse.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
It's there. I'm reading it off StreamYard.
Why am I not seeing it then? I'm not seeing it.
StreamYard. No.
Hello. I can't pronounce your name. Venayyan. I can't pronounce that.
Venayyan, yeah.
Venayyan, I think the name is. If we're wrong, I'm sorry. If we butchered your name. If we're right, good. If we're wrong, please explain to us phonetically how you enunciate it. So, but if this prints, then that's good. Venayyan. Venayyan. Okay. Venayyan, is that correct? Venayyan. It's really hard. I'm sorry. I was right. Venayyan. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Loopy, I seen it when it came in. I was just waiting for him to catch it, and he didn't, so I finally said something before it scrolled off my screen.
Yeah, I don't want to be butchering people's names, but sometimes
I think
it's difficult.
Dutch, isn't it?
Wait a minute,
Wow.
Liam. That's you always butchering somebody's name.
What are you
Well,
saying?
you're a Milan, not a Milan. You're
No,
a Milan.
no. I'm going to change his name to Joe. It's easier.
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
Hey, Joe.
No,
Hey, Joe, what are you
Milan
Today's
is
doing?
what I
Wednesday. We
am, but
call you
everybody says
Wednesday.
You can call me Robin
Just
if
don't
it's
call
easier.
it lunch.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, so
Here it says Milan.
Island of
Dan says
Milan's new name is Joe. It's easier to remember. Hey, Joe.
No, like Robinson Crusoe. Like we name him Wednesday. We
Oh,
found him
yeah,
on
Wednesday. We
Wednesday.
call you Wednesday then going forward, okay?
But it's Thursday. It's Thursday
What?
though.
Today's
What was the
Wednesday.
Bigfoot
Today's Wednesday.
commercial? What was the commercial for the insurance company of Bigfoot? And he goes, "My name is whatever it was, or I'm Joe, or something like that."
I
I
think he
forget.
said his name was Mike.
Mike, something like that. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So
But
then,
I
are you printing the heavy on the big printer?
no. Hey, Joe, where are you going? And where are you going with that gun in your hand? No, I'm not doing the big printer because the parts are not that big. I'm just printing the window now for this,
Yeah.
and then I have the smaller ones already done and printed out. These little tiny, you can barely see them.
Yeah. I ordered it. I'm just not ready to start on it yet.
And they will go on here.
Yeah.
There's only one thing I don't like. It's a pity he didn't do them all at the same scale as the Lego, because then everything would be to size,
Yeah.
and he didn't do that.
What's the Lego scale for the
1 to
Saturn?
110.
Okay.
Yeah, Lego's
And
done
what are they? 1 to
110.
140 or something?
He did the 1 to 140, and some of them was 1 to 144.
I know Thingiverse has a whole set of the rockets at the same scale from the Sputnik up to the Saturn.
Oh, it does? I haven't seen those.
Yeah, there is a collection. But they're all to scale, so you can do the whole thing to scale. But it's a big collection.
Well, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I'm planning to
Soyuz,
do it. I'm planning to do all of it anyway.
Skylab.
I'm going to see if that heat break has cooled down enough.
Yeah, I gotta finish the ones
Clouds,
that.
right?
Do you have a heat gun, Liz? Because if you get it hot enough, pull the heat break out and just heat up the heat break with a hot glue gun. Hang on.
Yeah, after you taking it out.
No, that's a Focus. So it's got a PTFE lined heat break.
It does.
Yeah, it does
Yeah,
have
so you
inside.
don't want to put a glue gun on it. No, a heat gun on it.
You can. You can use a heat gun on that.
Yeah, just not too hot to actually melt the PTFE lining out of it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm playing because with that Focus one, you can get a bit of
The
heat
easiest
creep on
way,
that.
for me, I changed out my nozzle just by changing out the hot end. Every time I change out always the hot end because
That's
You got a
always
whole
be hot ends.
That's called cheating.
Yes.
So,
So you've got a whole box of
basically-
hot ends that are clogged in the corner somewhere. You haven't got around to fixing.
Yeah. So instead of just changing the nozzle, Matt, you're just buying a whole new hot end.
No.
Okay.
What I do is I take out the nozzle, the hot end, and then I can. I want to get one of those little 24-volt regulators to feed power in, so I can heat it up, and then unscrew the thing and then work on it. Not that I have to hang on the side, upside down on the side, because it's kind of a pain in the bum. Changing out the nozzle or doing a clog,
Yeah.
So I just take off the
I
hot
need to
end
glue this
and
thing.
put a new hot end
Hey,
on,
Rich,
and then
how are
work
you?
on the old one.
I just buy new dishes. I don't wash them.
Hey,
Yeah, Liam, I ordered those acrylic markers, like Jamie said. They should be here tomorrow or Friday,
Okay.
so I can do the lettering on the Falcon 9, the payload, and the Falcon Heavy.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
because
hand is still
I'm
going
going to I'm going to print his Falcon 9 as well.
Yeah.
That's the Fab 365 one. I like the way he's done it. But I'm going to do the crew one only.
I'm
You're
so
gonna do
happy with my
with the
lamp.
Dragon capsule.
Sorry?
You're gonna do the Falcon 9 with the Dragon.
Yeah, with the crew, yeah, Dragon crew, yeah.
Yeah, but those you got to buy. They're sold separately.
I know.
Okay, yeah. I made that mistake, and then I started looking through when he was building it. I watched him build it a couple of times. And then I saw that the Dragon capsule itself and the trunk and everything was separately. So
Well, if it's in the nozzle area, you need to take off, Liz, you'll have to take off you'll have to take the nozzle out.
She nozzles out. She nozzles out.
Oh, she ought to get a nozzle?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So what you could use is have the hot end hot and use the PTFE tube to push through and make sure there's no debris between the PTFE and where the nozzle attaches.
Yeah, push it all the way throughout the bottom, and each reel shove out where the nozzle was.
Yeah, using the PTFE tube, and then if that pushes through into debris, then you may have to re-trim the end of the PTFE to make sure it's nice and clean, in case it's just softened and
yeah.
melted a bit, causing the blockage there.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Nice.
Wow. Oh, that's lovely, Jerry. I saw the video on that.
It's not perfect. Came out pretty good. I used 5mm birch. It's 4 different layers.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that stacked? Yeah, that came out nice.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
what
one
you're
of
using?
Rich? Is that one of Rich's models?
No. I got
was
it off Etsy. I don't want to get it from Rich and have him come on the video and say, "Well, and that's mine, and that's mine, and that." I wanted to, anyway.
No, just fine. I just wondered because that looks so nice. So it's all 5mm.
Yeah, it's 5mm thick off of Etsy. It's birch I got from Lowe's. One pass, cut it all. But popping it all out wasn't as easy because there are a few places here and there all over
It's
it.
like Mortal Kombat.
It didn't go all the way
bummer.
through it, a couple little spots everywhere. So it's kind of a pain to separate and get it all apart. Then I just painted them and glued them together. But it's an awful lot of work just to separate everything and try to clean them up and not break the parts and then, paint them, glue them. But
Yeah.
finally got
It
done.
looks great, Jerry.
I'm holding the part
Thank you.
while the glue sets. I have to hold it in place.
What laser
So
did you do it on, Jerry?
The PTFE that's already in the printer, let's run it all the way through.
No, it's a she's got a Focus, which is a direct drive, isn't it, Liam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so therefore, it's the short piece of PTFE
The
between
short
the.
solar 3D hello.
in there. Yeah.
She hasn't got any of that, so that's what she needs. Yeah.
What laser did you put it out on, Jerry?
The X-Tool D1.
Okay. Awesome job,
Came out
man.
nice though, Jerry.
Most of my 5-watt diodes will cut in one pass. Not all of them, but most of them will. And the X-Tool D1 is a 10-watt.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got the 10-watt version. I have a 10-watt laser for the Z1.
And I have, I think, 5 diodes now and then a K40. And personally, you can almost say a laser is a diode, almost. Because once you get a bunch of them, they all pretty much all do the same thing. Not exactly, but I'm getting in that area where they're starting to all blend together, like having a lot of FDM printers,
Yeah.
I know. I have a whole pile of them as well, Jerry.
Yeah, I know. You had more than I did originally, and then I've done my DIY, and I got in with Comgrow, and then it started kind of working out.
Yeah, it snowballs after that.
Yeah, it's kind of what was happening. So I got to do a follow up on the TiVo 2 trees laser I have. I need to do where I'm working on a video right now for that, and then I got to jump back over and do an IDEX video for the IDEX, and then I'll jump back over to X-Tool, and then I got to work on the belt printer. And then at some point Anycubic might be mailing me out something, so I'm just trying to keep busy.
Yeah.
I basically don't want to ask any companies for anything because I'm backed up with stuff I still need to do with things I already have. That's kind of how that
I
is.
think that would be a good idea too, Jerry.
I don't have that problem at the moment. I actually have spare time available right now.
And filming and editing really sucks. Takes which IDEX? I got the Wido like Liam has.
Yeah, the Wido X40, but
Yeah.
he's got the slightly newer version of it.
It's almost identical. It's got a flex bed on it, and it's almost identical. It has dual filament runout sensors, and both of them tripped on me for my video. I just had to disable them and keep printing because I couldn't figure out why. So I need to open them up, look at the switches, see what's going on with them. I messaged the company, didn't hear nothing back. So
I have to say, I rarely use filament runout sensors. I have them on a lot of my machines. I don't use them that often because I'll watch the spool if I think it's getting low, and if it's at nighttime, I will sooner pause a print, put on a new spool, even if there's a one or two windings left on it, let it run, and then later on use that on a different print to start the print off.
3D Medic Vince, hello.
Hey Vince.
Yeah, if I had a job, which I'm retired now, and I was gone, it would run out and pause and sit there for days on end, wait for me to replace filament.
Yeah, but the problem with it is the beds cool down in most cases.
Well, when I have TH3D firmware, they sit there and stay hot.
Okay.
So, anyway, but I was sitting there on a live stream like a month ago, and I ran out of filament while I was on my live stream, and I turned around when it was over, and I turned around and sprinting in midair. So.
Yeah,
I think I remember that.
And I've swapped filament. I've swapped filament when I had using Yosu silk filament, and it doesn't swap too well. I'd slow down the printer really slow. I'd yank it out, pop in another, and then it wouldn't bond properly.
I have no problems. I swapped filament twice in this one rocket build, and I had no issues with it.
With Yosu?
Yeah, it's all Yosu. This is all Yosu filament. The silver I only got in recently, but the white I got an additional white. I had some white left over. I got an additional white, and I'm using their black PLA Plus for the black parts. It's all Yosu filament, and I've not had any problems with it. So if we speak very quietly, this print job will keep going and finish because it's most of the way through it already.
Put Kieran on a big camera. He's got something he wants to show in a minute.
No, very much good. This is was supposed to be delivered according to the shipping.
Hey, Stephen.
Tiki.
It's a tiki. It's a tiki mug, special design tiki mug. Yeah. It's not plastic. It's a proper porcelain mug.
Oh, it's porcelain.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be delivered according to the paperwork last week, and I'm chasing it, and it's just turned up today, even though it was delivered last week. So that's quite nice.
No,
nice.
Andrew, you will not cut. You will not really do steel on a 3018. You really need a way, because the standard motor that comes in 3018 doesn't have the torque you needed, and even then with belts, the belts will have issues trying to pull a metal, a cutting bit tool through steel because of the density. You might get away with aluminum, but with steel, no. You really need to go up to a proper CNC with a router or something like that on it.
Sorry, Karen, I don't have a button for that.
And a carbon and a carbon.
Hey, Dum, did you fix the bent bolt on Q5?
Well, if you want to cut steel, then a plasma setup is the right way to go about it.
Liam?
Sorry, Jerry.
Take Kieran off the big screen. We're getting tired of looking at
something that while I'm doing this, so I'm multitasking. I'm holding a part.
Nothing personal.
Yeah, so I'm actually gluing each one of these individually, the tiny little strips. I need to put them in, hold them in place, glue them. I'm not doing the activator because I don't want it to go instantly hard on me because I'll spray the other areas and I won't be able to glue them. So I'm doing it with regular super glue, and it's the gel, so it takes a while to set. I have to do one at a time and then flip it over and then do the other side one at a time to get them all in place.
Glad you got the stickers, Steve, and I've seen your post. Dum, did you fix the bent bolt? Did you have another one, or did you go buy one?
Hey, Chris.
It makes sense. The bolt was just slightly bent. That arm was just a little bit too long, causing it to drag on one side. So,
did I get you my information, Liam, for the NASA stickers?
You did not.
All right, I'll send it to you through your Facebook page.
Yeah. Send me a message. You didn't send it to me yet. If you do, I will send you the stickers. No problem.
Right. Well, Jerry, you're getting all these new printers. When are you going to start getting rid of some older issues?
Yeah, see, they even got them in the UK.
I don't know.
So when are you
So
gonna start getting rid of some of those older enders, Jerry?
I'm
I'm
not sure.
official now. So official now. No.
No, you're not.
not.
Nice try. Actually, I have another 1,000 of them that should arrive in the next day or two.
All right.
Because I'm in the library Saturday and Sunday, and I'm out of stickers, so I've ordered a whole bunch more.
Ender 3 Pro with a generic power supply, you can't beat the deal at Micro Center if anybody's near a Micro
Oh
Center.
no, they're not generic power supplies. The Pro, sorry. No, my Ender 3 Pro came with a Meanwell.
It looks like a Meanwell. Take off the plastic cover and
No,
look
I
at
already did. It is a Meanwell.
it. Okay.
And it's certified. I even ran the serial number.
Okay.
It's a certified Meanwell power supply because you can go to the Meanwell site and run
Okay.
the serial number, and it'll confirm if it's theirs or not.
All right.
How many more Ender 3s do you have, Jerry?
2 around the corner here that aren't being used, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Let's see.
Well, how much you want to get rid of them for?
Well, I don't want to really get rid of them because it costs too much to ship them to you.
Yeah, shipping is ridiculous.
Shipping is a big problem.
You can just hop in the car and drive them on over.
Yeah, where you live?
Well, I know they changed them in the new machine.
Look, if I get a full charge, I can meet you halfway in about 6-7 days.
Yeah.
That's if he's lucky.
Yeah.
And that's only with a strong wind behind him.
Yeah. Like I try not to fall asleep on the highway too.
Yeah, whenever I had an Ender 3, just by glancing at the machine, I could tell if it's a Meanwell or if it's generic by its size and the way it looks. But since they've switched over and they're putting the generics in it, they got the black cover, so you can't immediately tell, even though it's still thin. And Tim broke them both down, taking the covers off, and they'll show that it doesn't have the Meanwell sticker, and then he shows the differences in the Meanwell versus their version of a Meanwell, where the screws are backwards, the vents are a different size, etc., which is a dead giveaway. But basically, you'd have to take off that black cover where the power switch is to check it and see if it's got the UL certification and with the Meanwell engraving on it. So,
You know,
Like,
Milan, if you go out on the
they're
freeway
definitely
with
worth $99 just for parts.
halfway through, go halfway, meet Jerry, you have to put something like autopilot on your chair or something.
Yeah, they're well worth $100.
I agree. For the price, yeah. Even if they're not Meanwell.
Yeah. I don't know about an Ender. I was offered an Ender not too long ago, but
Enders are nice little machines. They're a good base machine to get started with. Once you learn, and you will learn how to tune your printer and stuff with it. But it's worth it.
They're a workhorse too, boy. Once you get them running right, they're a workhorse.
I get printers and lasers now to make content strictly. I don't need any FDM printers. I don't need any lasers. But if I want to make videos and keep making current, relevant, content people want to see and try to grow my channel, then I need new things to do that with.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. I don't have any. I said the only Ender 3 I got was to tear it apart to use as a belt printer.
I had an Ender 3 V2 that I sold on Facebook like 6 months ago.
I have GTX A10 Pros.
And I should have kept the Ender 3 V2 because I should have got rid of my older machines and kept my newer machines, but that's the first one I sold.
Yeah, I was going to go ahead and start do my first video next in June, but unfortunately, I got to have they're doing the next surgery on June the 9th. So,
well, why don't you do your video the next couple of days and then post it?
Oh yeah, I could do that too as well.
Start when you get done streaming today instead of procrastinating. Just start a video. Start taping.
Okay, Jerry, I'll quit procrastinating.
I know, just like the Ghostbuster card still sitting behind me, but
I was getting ready to say that too.
Yeah, I know. I know you're thinking it.
You got on Liam about making sure that was done and getting that stuff done. But you said you'd forget it. Now you're telling me not to procrastinate either, so I might as well go ahead and get one together. But yeah,
a lot of things I want to do. A lot of things
going to Murph too.
A lot of times I want to go somewhere and do something. My wife said, why today? Why not go tomorrow or the next day? It's like, no, I don't like putting things off. I try to do things right now, spur of the moment. I don't like putting things off because then they never get done. Something always comes up.
Yep. Well, just like I'm not gonna be able to make birth now either, so because the next surgery is gonna be done on June the 9th. So I won't be in position to travel. So I'll be too sore from surgery and still have to go meet the doctors back and stuff like that. So that's really gonna suck. I gotta let Dan know.
I'm a fan of the old-fashioned screen. Yeah, I had the non-pros. Well, I had the Energy Pro because it has the meanwhile, but well, what's left of one anyway.
I've got stock power supplies and some of my FDM printers. I've never changed them all out to Meanwells, and I've never had a problem with any of them.
That's right. You can always procrastinate tomorrow. Good one, Rich. Now, why put off today when you can put it off and do it some other day, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
My neighbor threw away a baker scalpel. He's moving out of the house across the street. Anybody out there's into construction, you know what a baker scalpel is. It looks like he didn't take care of it. He set it out in the weather, and a lot of the white yellow paint, the safety paint, is flaking on it. And the actual platform that you stand on, the wood is rotten. But hey, it's a good looking unit. Then he put out an old 32-inch Vizio TV, and he taped the remote to the top. Well, the remote being taped to the top tells me it might work, so I brought it home, plugged it in, it turns on in the garage. It has a little tiny line right straight down the middle, but I'm going to hook it up as a third monitor or a second monitor in the garage. I had to order DPI to USB. I had to order an adapter so I can plug it in because I've only got 3 ports for my video card. And the only thing I could possibly adapt would be the DVI because I've got my big TV above it plugged into my computer. I can use that like a monitor, 46-inch, and then my 27-inch on the computer, and then I'm going to plug it to the TV and have a third one. So,
I think there was a company that sold them, Rickett. Was a company that actually assembled them and made them with Baker's. It was Baker.
Yeah, Baker scalpel. Yeah, painters use them, tapers use them.
Yeah.
You climb up on each end. You got a platform. You can lower it any section you want. Roll it around. I used to own a brand new one. I built my garage in front, but I sold it. And it's a shame that they didn't take care of this one. But it's definitely not worth going to dump. If I'll either fix it up and use it or fix it up and sell it.
You can replace the actual timber and nothing but sand and.
I'm 100% a garbage picker, and if you throw anything out good and I see it, I will be putting it in my truck. Even when I was on a bicycle as a kid, I was going up and down the alleys looking for good stuff in the garbage. You never know what somebody might throw out.
People will toss out perfectly good things just because it's just
they don't want to mess with goodwill. They don't want to mess with you selling it. They just throw it out.
No, exactly. It's a waste because there's so much stuff that people can use of it, can find a use for it, repurpose it.
Okay, I'm going to use the quick setting.
We live in a throwaway society. That's a sad thing.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Matt. Because we're lazy and greedy.
This is blocked. So you're back to non-Star Wars stuff tomorrow, Kieran?
I've been doing non-Star Wars stuff all week. Clockspring dropped a little bastard of a print to do the evil man that he is.
Why? What's wrong with it?
It requires 16 magnets.
Oh.
Are you talking about that one that rolls up, Kieran?
Yes, I am talking about the one that rolls up. I printed out the large version of it.
Yeah.
Evil man that he is.
Yeah, that's a crazy looking little print. Yeah, I saw that too.
Want to bring us up, Liam? Want to bring us up large, Liam?
So sorry, I was watching.
That's fine. It's fine. Don't glue your fingers together. I did it doing the magnets. This is it.
Well, I'm trying to avoid doing sticking.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's the one.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah.
So, 16 magnets. Evil man. One magnet's 2 magnets is normal, but 16, I had to do it. So, and it worked so nice. Comes up so good.
How much filament was that?
Oh,
How
nice.
much filament? for the large one. Hang on, I'll tell you. Give me a second here, and I'll tell you how much it was. Boom, boom,
Hey,
boom.
Matt.
Doesn't use much. Doesn't use a great
Hey,
deal.
Matt, how are you? You
What
want to come
about
and join the
185?
conversation,
Hold
please?
on, Matt.
What about
he
185?
has two. I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly how much it used. I'll bring up my list here. It was done at 0.2 layer height. Boom, ba-dum. It took a little while though because there's so many individual pieces. You know, when it's on the bed. Just to tell you how much it used up. Give me a second here. Get into it. Gotta check my
Hey,
filament
Freedom, how are you?
usage list.
Free Heathen, what's going on?
How's life?
Hey, Free Heathen, how they hanging?
And Tripod. Hey, Solar 3D, thank you for the
What up, Tripod?
resubscription.
Going on, Mr. Tripod?
So I just posted a link. If you haven't, don't see it, let me know. I can repost it. But you're welcome to come in and join.
It's taking forever to load up here.
Hey, Tripod.
How's it going, John?
Sorry, I'm gluing my Starship windows in
He's
place.
gluing his fingers together. Is what he's doing.
I'm trying to
Come
avoid
on,
gluing my
John. Come
fingers
on.
together.
Have a beer with us.
Are you buying?
Yeah, I'm buying. If you come over here.
There's an invitation, guys.
Okay.
Doing good.
I'll buy you a
It
pint
used.
if you come over.
It used 62 grams, Milan. 62 grams, 20 meters. The larger
That
one.
was it? That's not bad.
No, because it's actually quite clever. I mean, it's a good size. It's a good size
Yeah.
unit. So I mean, it's quite big. Southern Orange. Here's got a
Yeah.
smaller one. The smaller one has
But
the same number of magnets, 16.
But what are
which
you
is a
going to
pain in
do
the
with it
ass.
now that you got it done? It's going to be a desk collector, right?
No, it'll be most of the clock spring ones get used as gift boxes. So you can actually put something small aside. So I got a whole. Most of them I make them and use them as gift boxes. Because I did
That's
another
a good
one.
idea.
I did another one the other day. They just get used for gift boxes. There's another one. So
Oh, the treasure
print some.
chest?
Print some place. One pair of magnets. Just so literally most of his models are print up and they get given away at Christmas as gift boxes. And people are have the box that comes and the present inside. That's what it is. But they make very, very good gift boxes. So
Yeah, I like his designs. I haven't printed any of them, but I do like the stuff he does.
yeah, over-engineered to excess, which is why they're so good. So like I said, they're just they're giving away gift boxes for birthdays and Christmas. So
Windows are installed.
what was that?
Let me switch this around first so you can see.
Look how many sheep I got.
I'm sorry.
So there,
No, hold on for a minute, please.
Windows are installed.
Okay, thank you.
Now I have one more
Yeah,
window
that's good, Liam.
here, and then
The big
that
one.
will be Starship Rocket just almost ready.
Okay, hopefully it works. Liz,
They're warming up the focus.
yeah. She checked didn't have any blockage because she's got no PTFE tube, so to change that out, it's a bit of a pain to actually pull out the whole hot end to swap the
It
tube
is
out.
a pain on the focus. It's a pain to do.
Here,
But she
listen
hasn't got
to
any-
this. Listen. Well, you couldn't hear it.
Oh, did you want to hear it, Jerry? That's the question.
I want you to hear the pop. No, anyway, never mind.
What is it?
Beer?
There you go.
Miller Genuine Draft.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
there you go, beer.
Don't spill
Really
it. Don't
cold
waste
beer.
it. Don't waste it.
Success!
Success.
Yay!
Starship window.
There you go, buddy.
So
What
this
layer
will go
height,
in.
Liam?
This clips in.
It's
Liam, what
nice
layer
when
height did you do that?
your tolerances are that good that just clips into place.
Well, no. I have to put a drop of glue in it. There's no latch for it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But what I mean is it actually goes in as opposed to
So
it sticks
what I'm
out.
going to do is, see, there's raised areas here. I'm going to get a silver paint pen and go over the tops of these with the paint pen so they look like it's metal part of the body of the rocket.
Can you be trusted with a paint pen? I know you don't trust
The
with
answer
crowns
to that,
because of teeth
okay,
marks. Yeah.
the answer to that is no, I cannot.
What layer height did you print that at, Liam?
0.1.
0.1.
Yeah, Loopy, I couldn't go to it earlier. That's why I was wondering what had happened. So anyway.
I thought you said it was drinking a beer. Yeah, Jerry's drinking a beer, not me.
I'm drinking a Monster.
I had a Monster for breakfast when I woke up. I don't think I should drink more than one a day.
A Monster for breakfast?
I wouldn't. At least the fur sticks in your teeth in the mornings. I wouldn't want that. Don't want to eat the Monster in the morning.
Yeah, it's a bit like I say. Yeah, and I say about me, like loving kids. I love kids, but the skinny
Just
ones
the
can be
whole one.
chewy.
Yeah.
The skinny ones can be really chewy, though. Yeah.
I love kids when I can give them back.
Oh, I used to do that to my sister when I was
I'm
younger.
just kidding.
And my older brothers and sisters, especially my older sister, had kids. I'd go over and I'd be the uncle who always wanted to play with the kids, and I'd hang out with the kids and play with the kids. But when I'd wind them all up and then give them back to their parents and leave. They're all full of energy before, and then I'd leave.
Yeah, I'm good with that too, Liam. I like to piss the parents off, get them all wound up, give them a bunch of sugar, then leave.
Oh yeah. Wind them up and set them free.
Send them home. Yeah, that's it. And revenge is the grandparents always give the grandkids bloody battery powered toys that always go flat. They make lots of noise.
No, it's really and what's a really good idea is to give them a drum set. Now that gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's almost done. That's coming up near. That's will be done 60% right now. Be done by morning. Thank you, Focus, because I ran into issues getting this to print on other machines, but I printed on this. Cool. Just let it cool down and I put it away.
Excellent.
Clean out that hot end. Cold pull.
I got a comment I want to read from Comic Age Clothing.
Okay.
Because of what happened with Loyal and they took his stuff off their site, it says, since his statement, we are being personally attacked on all fronts, including our personal phone numbers, emails, and website. I kindly want to ask you to stop attacking us in such a disruptive manner. No, there shouldn't be nothing like that going on.
No, that's
if anybody's out there trying to attack anybody, you need to get over it and move on.
Yes.
They got some
between Law and Moses and Comic Age Clothing, it's between those two.
I agree.
We just should all watch what happened.
Leave it alone. Let the dust settle. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had them in my chat before, and they're real friendly, like everybody else in chat.
Same here.
There's no reason to be going after anybody. I see they sell different shirts on their site from different streamers. No big, no. So
what happened between you and Loyal? So what happened between you and Loyal, Jerry?
It's a bit of a story, but apparently, and I don't know all the detail.
No, so there's something going on. So let the dust settle and wait till it's all sorted out and see what's going on. Yeah,
that's
no point
between him and Loyal, and
no point.
Directly affect any of us. So it's
no point speculating or anything. Yep, leave it alone. Yep.
We shouldn't be getting involved because
no, exactly, or beating it up. So let that get sorted out, and whether it's a misunderstanding or whatever, just let them sort it out and wait and see.
Yeah, it could be. It could be an misunderstanding, but don't be attacking people. Like when people do that, I really.
Yeah, when I first seen Loyal's logo on the shirt with the helmet and it says the LM show, I assumed he gave them permission to do that. I never questioned it. I didn't know.
Yeah. I agree with you.
So
I agree with you, Liz. We wish them both sorted out and move on.
Let them sort it out, and
this is not what the 3D printing community is about. It's about being out there. If someone makes a mistake, to help get over it and then just move on, right? And don't be.
People make mistakes, and let's get over it.
That's not what we're about.
Yeah, like
They're
we
there
said
to
the other
help
night,
each other.
it's all just one big dysfunctional family.
yeah, yeah. We're all dysfunctional on so many levels. Just look
Well,
at
Yeah.
me.
for the first time
Why can't
ever
we keep this one level?
Go on,
Yeah,
Jerry.
yeah.
for the first time ever last Saturday on my live stream, I was trying to promote them, and I had links and I showed their site, and I was trying to promote Comic Age. And now here's Wednesday, then I hear this happen. So I don't
Well, it
know.
was a mistake. Okay, that was this.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah,
made it,
yeah,
if there was a
fine.
miscommunication, and he made a mistake, then fine, move
They
on.
can sort it out. Yeah, they'll sort
You
it
know,
out. That's it.
it's
They'll
and it's
sort it out.
between them, not between us, because he didn't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Nothing happened with any of us. And if it did, like if it happened with me or you or whatever, it's between you and them to address it, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to be making a big hullabaloo about it because
No, exactly.
mine also just appeared, and we'll talk about it tonight. Okay, well that's fine, but talk about it. Don't
Aggravate the situation.
aggravate the
Yeah.
situation. It was addressed. It's gone, and as long as it doesn't happen again, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a mistake. Mistakes can happen to everybody as long as it's addressed and it's the
Yeah, I've had a couple things happen to me in the past that a few people know about out there in the world, and I've done my best to address them, and just move on. That's all you can do.
yeah.
Exactly.
I don't hold grudges with people. I try not to anyway, right?
I don't hold grudges, but I never forget.
Yeah, well, I
But
try and
I'm
avoid.
almost 58, and I am forgetful, so there is a chance I might forget about
What's
these
your
things
name
ever
again?
happening.
Huh? What's your name?
What's
What's
Yeah.
my name?
Yeah,
See,
I
the
know.
real song was
Milan.
never Nelly
Matt
the
German
Elephant.
is the only
It's
person
Derry
that you
the
hang on.
Elephant.
at any time, day or night, 7 days a week, you can turn on to stream. You can be in bed like I have in the middle of the night, and you pull up Akuma mods, and you got one eye open trying to see what Matt's talking about, and then there's Matt German. He's on stream.
Yeah, Matt, you need
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah,
You need
yeah.
sleep. Yeah.
Milan, are you just
You're
changing
getting
out
married in a few
your
weeks. You need to take care of your health.
XY wheels, or are you going to do the bed wheels as well?
Yeah, but
I
Matt's getting
didn't
married
order
in 2
enough.
weeks.
I
He
got to
needs to
order
take care
some
of his
more
health.
for the bed wheels. So
Yes, we
I
are.
did
We are
the
calling you out,
what
Matt.
is the Z and the X right now?
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
think Matt needs to take up drinking. That way he'll sleep at night. He's not answering. Are you ignoring
He's
us?
not answering you, know.
Oh, sorry. I was.
Oh, he's listening to somebody else's stream.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
look
that's
at
it.
this. Look at this.
That's it.
Okay,
YMCA. He's listening to
walk in
music.
behind
Yeah.
him, please, and nice and quietly as you trip up behind him.
Just
go
walk
behind
away
him
whistling
and
because
you
Louise
go,
will come out and have
you
a chat
tap
to
him
him.
on his shoulder, say Matt, and he goes
Yeah.
yes, and you go
Yeah.
don't do that.
It's all right. How many
Yeah,
weeks
but,
left now, Matt? Oh, sorry, I rephrase that. Louise, how many weeks, minutes, and hours left now, and seconds? Because we know
Yeah,
that
Louise.
countdown
Louise
is
has
running.
answered. There's a giveaway somewhere, all right, Chris?
Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it.
Babe, there's a giveaway on that day. We can't make it.
Yeah. You are a brave. You're a brave man there, Matt.
We know. Kieran,
You're a brave man, Matt.
A little bit of a hangout last night, and he said something, and her response was, "The wedding's off."
Yeah. If she has to duct tape him to the wall of the side of the car and drive him there, he'll be going regardless.
On
Yeah.
Facebook group, and sometimes link went off, and it packed me. Okay, well, Facebook can be hostile. I don't like hostile on my channel, on my Hangouts and stuff. Facebook can be toxic. You need I'm careful somewhat to what I see on Facebook. On my Hangouts is one thing, but on Facebook,
The advantage of not been having a social presence. Did you see
you
so
might-
and so? No. Did you see? No, I don't do Facebook, Twitter,
no.
Instagram, TikTok.
I do it because I deal with a lot of manufacturers through Facebook.
Yeah.
But and I do my astronomy club stuff through Facebook, right? I manage the astronomy social media.
I
my
do some
astronomy
stuff on Reddit, but stuff on Reddit I've had no problems with Reddit, but Reddit's
Yeah,
also
no,
a
Reddit
toxic
is
place.
well monitored and it's well maintained. The
Yeah.
mods
But
in
it
there
can
are
also
very
be
diligent.
toxic. So, but I've no problems with Reddit. But otherwise, that's it.
Yeah, a lot of the mods or admins on Facebook don't enforce the rules. And
Something got flagged on my group this morning, and somebody else deleted it. I didn't see what it was. But a lot of times on my group, people post things that have nothing to do with printing or hobbies or nothing, just something off in left field. So, of course, they get deleted.
I didn't even know I had a Facebook account till someone told me, because someone said, "Oh, you're on Facebook," and I said, "No, I'm not." And they said, "Yeah, you got a Facebook account," and I and I checked and I logged in, because I have when I set up the accounts, I have a generic account I use and login password that's gonna be a throwaway. And bugger me, if I logged on, I do have a Facebook account, and it was just blank. So I must have actually signed up when it first came out, and didn't do anything with it. And then it took me 18 months to kill it.
Yeah, it's hard to get rid of.
It was literally, it was like
full
information, and after 4 months it dies. So 6 months later, it's still there. And chase them again.
It's getting easier now. Now you can go in and you can tell them to delete your data, and they're required by law to do so.
Yeah.
So there are regulations there now. The Chinese government set up an account for you.
Never know.
Yeah. If that would explain some of the pictures on the website then. Oh, that makes perfect sense now.
You know, we know what you're like. We know what you're like.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's true. But often charged, never convicted though, Liam, so it's okay.
That is always that's a big definition. There, yes.
That's a big difference.
Yes, it is.
But notice you're not seeing my ankles. There's a bracelet on each one.
That's why every time we see him, he's sitting in that room. He's not allowed to leave it.
Yeah, well, there is the boundaries, and it's the charge fence around the house that I go outside and get zapped. So
he's got one of those invisible fences. What he has.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to see where the shock collar is either. It's not a pretty sight.
I don't want to know. I really don't want to know.
Oh man,
I don't want to know.
Yeah, at least I can make Milan laugh, which is good, so it's fine.
Yeah,
well, he's always laughing now because of the new meds.
Yeah,
the new medication.
It's nice people laughing with me, not at me for a change. So that's all good.
I think he's laughing at you, really.
We're always laughing at you.
I never laugh at you.
Yeah, well,
you don't? Oh, you have to get with the program. We all laugh at Kieran.
Yeah. Well, I've got to leave you guys. I should up the road and go and get myself a flu injection. So booked in for that for my annual flu shot.
Do
So
that for me.
It's your fall right now, isn't it?
Yep. It's coming to it's just the start of winter now.
Your winter's starting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just calling off. So got to get that done and get that taken care of. So
Well, have a great night.
Leave you in a piece, and I will talk to you all later.
Take care.
Kieran, thank
Cheers,
you for
peoples.
joining.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, Kieran.
You're welcome to jump on. Let me post a link again if you want to jump in.
Kieran, I'll see you next time.
Dum Dum's going to jump in, he said. So this print is cooled down. Done. So I got the window printed. So I need to get the paint pen, a silver paint pen to paint these. I think I have one somewhere around the house. If not, I can buy one tomorrow.
A chrome pen or silver pen?
Silver. I want it to be like this.
Okay.
And it's only lines, like to make it look like there's different sections of a window.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way of doing this without with the sections where you print just the lines here in silver, and you can actually hold it in and glue it into place. The problem about doing that is it's so small; it's really hard to get the print to be successful. Hey, John,
how you doing?
What's happening?
I've seen some people do lines in black, Liam.
Sorry?
I've seen some people do the lines on the windows in black.
No, I want it silver, like the Starship.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be. No, I'm not saying doing it that way. I just seen some people do it.
Oh, when you do it, make sure you do the window with the frames built in, not the separate frame and the window, because the separate framing for the main window is so small and so thin. It's really hard to get a good print out of it. You're better off to do it like this as a one piece and then go over it with a paint pen.
Hey, okay. John, has anybody at work ever called you Dum Dum, or do they not know your profile name?
No, nobody knows it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny then if somebody said, "Hey, dum dum," and you're at work, you're like, "What?"
Well,
Well, that happens all the time. I mean,
yeah, I get
Said
called. I get
real
called
life.
on them too as well.
how do you think I got that? Figured out that name?
You know, there's one thing. Like most, my name is William, right? But I go by Liam. Speaking about how we're figuring out a name, I went all the way through school to first grade before and I didn't know my name was William till first grade because the teacher was calling out the roll at the beginning of class, and she kept calling William, and that was my first day in first grade because I went to all the like pre-kinder and all this kind of stuff, and I was always called Liam. So the teacher was calling out my name on the list. It was William Finn, and I was just sitting there. And she called my name again, and I was just sitting there. She looked over me. She says, "William Finn." I says, "That's not my name." She says, "It is." And I said, "No, my name is Liam." And she did tell me that my name was that William. My name was William, because I always called Liam all my life.
Is William your middle name?
No, William is my actual name, but
Okay.
Liam is the Irish of William, and I was always called Liam all my life. So,
Okay.
I was named after my father's brother. But so I didn't know till first grade that my name was actually William. I actually went home and asked my mum about it because I didn't know it was my real name.
Well, tell us about the Q5, John. How the Q5 turn out?
Yeah.
Can you see it? There it is.
Yep. Is it printing?
I'm real close. The turned out that all these were bent, and all these bolts missing the rods, and then it also turned out once I took this apart to mess with the hot end that the way they have it, they have like just short leads. So
they do, yeah, to the daughter board, yeah.
Right by here,
they connect,
cut.
Yeah.
They're all cut and they're just twisted like wires.
They're badly put back together. Okay.
It's not even. They don't have any connectors, JST or anything. They just twist the wires, and they were actually whoever had it before me. It's an Amazon return, so they must have tried to get it to work or whatever. And I think they switched the heater and the thermistor because there was an extra heater block in there, and they had just wired it up. They didn't even put tape or anything on it. So I was getting like errors yesterday and everything. So finally I took all that apart. And like I said on Facebook, I asked a question and this guy was like, called me an idiot and everything because I posted something on there like, this thing's a turd. This machine's a turd, really. I mean, I don't like it. Like just the way it's all set up just seems, and then the way they show on FL Sun shows on their videos that you should tape those, to twist those wires and tape them with electrical tape. They don't even say like use heat shrink or something.
I know. I would always solder and heat shrink them, or I put a proper connector, a small JST on there with a male female, so you can actually join them with a connector. Is what I would do.
I don't know why they just don't put a connector right here and then plug it in.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Hey Tim.
But
the link is there if you want to jump in, Tim. But
so
you're close to getting it printing now?
The heat break and the heater block, it's V6, so there's like that screw in the middle, right? So that screws into the heat break, and one screws into the block.
That's your heat break.
Yeah, so it screws into the heat break and the heat
exchanger, yeah.
So that was like totally screwed in wrong, and it was all loose, and I just had to redo all that, and everything is basically wrong about this thing.
Oh wow! Hey Tim.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, DeWitt?
Hey guys.
So, what are you up to, Tim?
No, not much. I'm going to start printing some parts for a V01. I'm just getting ready for the Maker Faire. I finished a nice big backdrop wall for my booth today. Posted that on Twitter.
Okay.
How much would something like that cost if you were selling it? $300? That big?
No, that frame alone, the frame alone that it's on is about $1,000.
Well, I didn't see the
Oh,
frame, but
cool.
Yeah, there's a frame in behind it. It's a collapsible frame that
Okay.
it collapses and goes into a little thing that you wheel around to go to shows.
Oh, is it the one with the you run the elastic, the like a bungee cord through it, so you can fold it up?
No, there's no bungee cord at all. This is just a it's all like aluminum piping.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and it expands. It folds up to a thing like about yay big, but it expands to an 8 foot by not an 8 foot, like a 7 foot by 7 foot wall.
Oh, sweet.
And then you Velcro. Then I printed a 2-piece banner because I don't have material that big, and then you put Velcro on it and you Velcro it onto it once it's opened up. It's made for fabric, but I didn't have enough fabric to finish, so I just decided to use banner material instead.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Are you going all in, huh, Tim?
Some stickers.
May as well. The frame was given to me, so yeah.
What's your price on
What's
some
that,
stickers,
Ewan?
Tim? What's the
Stickers?
price on some stickers? Yeah.
It depends on the shape and size and how many. So
No, there's
Most
gonna be
people do a 3 or a 4-inch sticker.
usually 3-inch
Yeah,
circles
that's it.
is about the average size. So you know,
What
I mean,
about 4
yeah,
inches
I mean-
maybe?
yeah.
4 inches in width and height probably, I don't know, what's the standard for like 4? What's the standard, like 4 and 2.5 or something like that?
Stickermule.com is probably the best deal anywhere on the planet. I don't know if Tim can beat their prices.
That's what I was going to say. With the cost of me to ship them to the U.S. in Canada or local, it's not a big deal. But for the cost of shipping to the U.S., check out Sticker Mule because I'm going to be around 30 cents a sticker plus shipping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
'cause,
a lot of people. I have people out of town asking me about stickers, and I'll say go to Sticker Mule because it's. Why would I quote them and then all of a sudden they go there and say why is your price so high? Well, I can't compete with them. So
Well, you can
Yeah.
because you have the shipping as well because it's basically international shipping.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, I talked
you guys,
last time when
do you know,
Jamie was
do you
on.
know who that is? If I just show you that,
Jesse?
no,
Your son.
no,
No idea.
Sparta 3D.
Oh, cool.
So, anyways,
Okay.
they sent me like a good bundle because they're one of the ones that sponsored my Voron, right? So they sent me a bundle of stickers to give out at the show here. And from a marketing perspective,
The name should be on it.
put your name or at least your website on it because
Yeah.
I'm going to hand these out. People are going to take them home and go, I have no clue who this is.
I agree.
Yeah.
But anyways,
It's a
I'm gonna
nice
make
logo.
that.
It's a nice logo.
Well, it is very nice.
Yeah, but they should have Sparta 3D and on the
Yeah.
top and in their website or on the bottom.
If you're in the printing industry in Ontario and you know them, then yeah, you'll recognize it. But for me handing them out here, I'm going to suggest it to them. I'm going to say you might want to put your website on it, at very least.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I talked to last time we were on and Jamie was on. She said her son does the graphics design. And I chatted with her the other day on Facebook for a minute.
Oh, nice, Gary.
She gave me
Yeah.
his stuff. So I can talk to him about designing a sticker for me. And Liam, I don't know if I'm going to have the scarf going around my neck or not. So
Say that again.
remember you were talking about me having a scarf on my neck and for my sticker?
Oh yeah. You're going to do
scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making it look
Liam
like it blows in the
went off.
wind when he's on his chair.
Yeah. It just looks like I'm moving. So I'm gonna send him a message tonight. But actually, I'm gonna take a picture. Have a picture taken of me, picture of my dog, so he can get an idea of what I'm looking at. And you take a picture of him inside me.
Tim's got goodies. He's opening boxes of goodies.
Yeah, John, with that first print being unlevel, I knew that something had to be tweaked somewhere, bent. I'm glad you found it.
Yes, I still didn't get it to print very, very good. I got it's too close on the front and the left, but too far away on the back and the right. So I don't know how to rectify that with the there's only software adjustments. So I don't know how to rectify that. They have this curvature thing where like if the outside is too high and the inside's too low, you can adjust with that, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that
you just gotta adjust the Z. And
I thought the FL Sun came with the auto leveler.
It does, but it's not working. So it's not doing what he needs it to do. What you could
Okay.
try is do a raft first whenever you're printing.
The previous owner kicked the printer, and then it's out of whack. He's going to fix it.
Oh,
Yeah, probably.
man.
But if a raft wouldn't do me no good, it doesn't stick at all around here on that side. I mean, I
Shim
put
the
glue
bed.
and
I don't
glue
know
and
if you
everything.
can, but shim it.
I think that's what I was thinking today. Once I'm close, I'm real close. So we'll see. I might be able to. I'm just gonna try to manually mesh level. Try that.
All right, I'm just shaking my.
If that don't work, then I'll
Well,
shim it.
I don't condone what I'm going to tell you, but I know of some people that have done this. Some people would actually order another printer off Amazon, they get it and swap it and return it, but I wouldn't condone such a thing. That would be one way to rectify the problem.
Yeah, it would be. Man, I've got so much time invested, and I'm so close. I just want to do it now. I want to get it.
It's a matter
what
of
I mean?
pride now.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. It's either that or I'm going to kick it like the last guy and then send it back to Amazon.
Yeah. Well, that's why people get so many get really messed up returns, because people do stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, well, I took a chance. You know, I got this was an Amazon return I got from this auction, so I took a chance. $80. I mean, you know.
You can't go wrong for $80. You can fix it. You can find a way to fix it for $80.
Here's a true story I'll tell you. I bought a DeWalt chop saw for $450 from a company on eBay. It came from Lincoln, Nebraska. When I got this big old DeWalt chop saw in the mail, the company had cardboard inserts. It wasn't packed like a 3D printer with styrofoam. It was cardboard inserts. Well, it got banged around in the mail so much that I had a couple things broke on the saw, and one corner had a rub burn where it poked through the box and drugged the ground. Now, you know how much trouble it would be to try to return that and get it shipped all the way back to Lincoln? I went down to Lowe's. I bought another one, cash, came home, swapped it, returned it. This ain't the saw I wanted. Now, it's going to go back to the company. I didn't do anything wrong because it's covered under warranty. But the company should have packed it in foam, and that would never have happened. They had cardboard inserts that allowed it to get jogged around and banged around. And when stores get in things like that, they're on pallets or shrunk wrap. Forklift unloads them. They don't have to worry. The cardboard inserts would be fine. But if you're going to mail a product like that and it's going to get tumbled around and stepped on, you got to have it packed right. So I'd done a swap, and I had to. So in my mind, I didn't do anything wrong.
Smile, Mylan. Come on, smile.
Hello.
Come on, man. Smile.
I'm smiling.
Hi. Hi.
That's my name.
Hello, hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Good, thank you.
You got to watch these guys. They want me to have my nurses stay in my hospital rooms. They're always now they're going to be asking, "Is she there? Is she there?"
I'm always here.
She's always here at night.
Girlfriend?
We're very sorry you have to put up with
my
him.
age, man.
What is she?
We get to put up with him for about 2 hours or so, maybe 3 hours.
She's your wife?
You have to put up with him all day. I'm sorry.
My wife? No, I am not married.
Do you see any rings? You see the ring.
Oh, there's always chance for that.
See, you gotta get
I think you should. I think you should get married. Why should you be single and happy? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I joined that club one time, and I'm not going back to join that club again.
I'm on two. I'm all right.
You're all right. All right, John. I'm gonna trust you on that one.
The second one's better, man. Just you already know how to pick it. You know.
The first one is like this.
Screwed up.
You have to see like this.
We are not acknowledging what you're doing, Jerry.
Some people say it's like having
we're saying
pancakes. The first
But we won't
pancake
say
is
it out
always a
loud.
throwaway
We're very
pancake, I guess.
Now, is it okay on the second time around? Is it bad to ask for a psychological evaluation?
Yeah. No, you're supposed to already know how to do that on the slide.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna take him down to the little clinic and have him run through. See how much medication they got to be on.
Hey, Dusty, how are you?
That might be a good thing.
I don't.
Put up with
I don't
your
like
ass.
being single. I hate being single. That's
Yeah,
why
they're
I
gonna need
get
some
married.
medication to put up with me, John.
Some people are like that. Some people don't like being single. Other people do. So it varies, you know. I know friends of mine who've been single forever, and then they are confirmed lifetime bachelors. And I have other people who get married first chance they get. So
I know someone married like 6 times. No exaggeration. 6
Wow.
times. I was like, last time I saw him, he was looking to get married again. I was like, what?
6 times.
Yeah.
Like, hey, don't they say fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me? What you say at number 6?
Yeah, I don't know. I got
what
married.
I want to
The first time was real short. Like we dated for like about 4 years, got married, lasted about a year, and then I stayed single for like 10 years.
Well, you're entitled. You're welcome to come in and join the conversation if you want. Let me paste the link there. The link is there if you want to come in on screen if you are
Hey,
able
Dusty
to.
Knuckles, hello.
It's open to everybody to come in as long as people behave, and where nobody's being abusive to each other. It's open for everybody to come in and join the conversation. It's all about hanging out and talking about stuff as makers. And yeah, we don't always talk about what we're doing, but oh, did you see? Speaking of that, we're going to go to the sciencey stuff. Did you see?
Yeah.
Married number 6. You have to admit it's you. Yeah, I agree. You have to admit that you are the problem. Did anyone see the announcement from NASA about the whole pile of black holes that they discovered, active black holes, small ones in the Milky Way?
No, I did not hear about that.
There's been a discovery of a whole pile of small ones, and they're active. That means by active meaning they're actively consuming material in the galaxy.
I've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube about asteroids that are heading this way. So
there's always asteroids heading this way. There has been since
planet killers that are heading this way, but I don't think that's true.
There's nothing coming near us. There's nothing.
Eventually, it will happen, but not in our lifetime.
Can it happen? Yes.
It's happened.
It has happened in the past. That's why we don't have the dinosaurs anymore.
I get all my celestial
killed
news
the
from
dinosaur.
ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you believe that stuff, then
we're offspring of aliens.
No, we are the aliens.
What I like about that show is that they can spin anything into somehow it has to do with, and it was ancient aliens. I was like, it's like so incredible to me how they do it. That's why I watch it.
Like the meme that says, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Love to join. Unfortunately, lost my server in Hurricane Ida, and the computer I was currently does not support any streaming software. Oh, well, there's no software involved for this. It's just a website. It's you just go to StreamYard.com. The link that's there, and there's no software to be installed. But it's okay. You don't have to. I'm just saying it's open if you want to come join. Then there's also the payload that's going to be launching on SpaceX Super Heavy has arrived at Kennedy. So Super Heavy will be launching in I think it's next month or the month after they're launching the Super Heavy, which is the 3 booster one from SpaceX.
Yeah.
So that's coming up as well. It's very soon.
What's the payload, Liam?
I think it's a satellite. I don't think it's a military satellite though. I'll have to check. But it has arrived though it arrived at Kennedy today, or it was this morning it arrived. So they'll start working on that over the next few weeks, integrating that into the Falcon 9 Heavy rocket.
So what do you think of Musk's internet thing with the satellite internet thing that he's doing?
I think it's a good idea.
So where are the? There's going to be thousands of them up there, right? So
yeah, but you must remember, space is big.
Crash into each other.
Because space is big, and they
But
have
there's already a bunch of stuff up there, right?
yeah, but the altitude that they're at is not
Different
that high.
elevations.
Yeah, they're not that high up, and so they're only designed to live 5 years. After 5 years, they will actually come back in and burn up in the atmosphere. They're designed to burn up in the atmosphere. They're not that big, and the concept is great. The version right now, what's happening is, if you talk to Starlink setup. Starlink then relays it down to a ground station and it's transmitted by ground because Starlink V2, which he's in the process of building them right now, they will actually have satellite-to-satellite communication. So when they're up there, if you communicate with one, it will relay from satellite to satellite to satellite back down to its destination, to a ground station or directly to its destination, right? And that will be much faster. So that is not up. He's working on building those as we speak. And when
Now,
those,
it's now, Liam, because from what I understand, and someone you should know, okay, because you're into astronomy and stuff like that. A lot of astronomers, around the U.S. and stuff like that, are complaining, and they want them to make those satellites, those SpaceX satellites, they want them to make them black, not reflective because it's too visible.
you're muted at the moment. There's a mute button on your microphone in the bottom of your screen.
Hey, how's it going?
So, yeah, okay. We have tested that as amateur astronomers. We've tested it. Okay, it depends on the time of the year. In certain latitudes, it becomes a bigger issue. The reason why is, especially in the summer in the northern hemisphere, the sun's light will always shine on the satellite, so they'll be visible all night long. But
Hey, Dusty, how you doing?
in certain other times of the year, the satellite will enter Earth's shadow, and because it enters Earth's shadow, we're getting no feedback from somewhere. Dusty, can you check to make sure you do not have Twitch open? So because we're hearing feedback a little bit. But when the satellite goes into Earth's shadow, you don't see it, right? So it's only
Good thing.
certain latitudes, right?
Yeah.
The other thing about it is, for professionals, yes, they do, and even some of our images, we do see them all the time. We do see them, but you must also remember when we're taking deep sky astronomy, we're not taking one photograph; we're taking multiples. So I take one exposure, and I could take like 60 images or more of one object, right?
Yeah.
And I do it in red, green, blue, HA, luminance, whatever, right? And I take multiple images, and there's software that we use for processing those images. Will look for it looks for pixels, hot pixels, and what it does is it averages. The other thing it can do is it can look at all the images you bring into the software to stack them together to bring out more detail, and it will see a pixel here that's not in any other image. And what it's going to then, that would be your satellite or a streak. And what it does over the space of, let's say, 20 images as an example, it will average out the brightness across all 20 images. If all the other 20s, those pixels, and it looks by pixel. And if the pixel in 19 of these images and it's not there and it is in one, it will average them out and make that so faint that you won't even see it anyway. So our software is smart and does that kind of work. So is it an issue for professionals? Somewhat more. But for amateur astronomers, we see them in our images, and over the space of 20 or 30 images we'll take in the night for one target.
Good job, Liam. Good job. Let's talk to Dusty Knuckles.
What happened there? Sorry.
No, I said good job. Your presentation is over. Let's talk to Dusty now.
Uh-oh.
I was answering questions, Ray.
I know. Like one question was like 10 minutes long, so
I had to explain.
Okay.
How many kids you got, Liam?
Sorry?
How many kids you got?
2.
Do they ask you questions?
Yes.
I don't know if it was just me.
You know where you're going.
Basically, he's going to say, do they stay to hear the whole answer?
You
Yes.
remind me of my dad. You ask him a question, it'd be
Hey,
like
Jay.
45
I'm waiting
minutes
for his
later.
son to walk up to him one of these days, instead of saying "Dad," call him Ike. I bet you'll blow his top if that happens.
No, I wouldn't. I just laugh at him if you do that. No, my son is into science somewhat. He likes the understanding of science. So, my daughter doesn't live here. She lives in Hawaii.
Lucky her.
Well,
if this
yeah,
was my stream, I would pull up Dusty. If I would, if
I am
this was
going
my
to. I know where you're going, Jerry. So, Dusty, if you can unmute yourself and
look at the
say
sticker. This came on my charger. That kind of looks funny, don't it?
So,
I
Dusty,
think of a couple of things.
come on and say hi. You're muted at the moment. You're still muted, Dusty. Bottom of the screen, you have the microphone icon. Click on it. There you go.
There you go.
No longer muted.
So you can say hi. It's okay. We don't bite.
I was keeping myself unmuted just because I'm getting a little bit of a delay, and it's causing Liam to. I'm getting a double or a triple audio image.
Okay. Do you have
Only
Twitch
watch
open?
StreamYard. Don't watch any other stream.
Yeah. Do you have Twitch open?
I
If you
am
have
only
Twitch
on
open-
StreamYard. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but do you have Twitch open?
it's the Twitch is open, yes, but it's muted.
Okay, that's weird then. So, So, tell us a little bit about yourself. We haven't met you. We've seen you on the chat many times.
No, I caught your channel the first time about 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
my very first visit, I was fortunate enough to win a filament samples that you had sent me, and it's really a cool package. It's got about a dozen different, just the short, I guess 45 or 50 meter short samples, but a dozen of their different products, and it was really cool. I look forward to playing with that and doing some printing with the filament samples. So I wanted to thank you, Liam.
You also got the bicolor, did you?
Weeks, what's that?
Did you get samples of the bicolor material as well?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, they have some. They have new
samples of, I want to say 4 or 5 of their primary colors, PLA colors. It then had 3 silks. It had a black and a white, 2 translucent, or 2 glow in the darks, and a bicolor. So it was really, like I said, it was a really nice package of just all of their products. When I find a new filament manufacturer, I like to test a line of their products because some of them print differently than others. Some of them have different characteristics. So it's nice to have the little samples. And I'm the regional coordinator for the Gulf Coast here in New Orleans for Toys for Tots. So short ends and samples, I use those up for Toys for Tots. They go on the printer between prints, and I'll run full trays of different toys. So I'll run anywhere from 6 to 8 individual images just in repetition. But if I get something new that I want to adjust the speeds, or if I want to tweak the temperatures on, I'll throw those samples on, and I'll burn through those in no time during the Toys for Tots year.
I'm waiting for the toys for this year. They haven't announced the models yet. Okay, Tim, we'll see when you get back in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it too. I think the train was really popular last year, but it was such a large print.
Yeah.
And a lot of people had problems with the snap fit on the cars and the other toy vehicles. But I have no doubt that some of McGeeber's, his little flexies, they're always popular.
Yeah, I like the trains. I think we should do more trains. But that's why I was pushing them to start earlier, because it looks like they're going to start next month, is what they're saying, right? I really hope they do, because
that's what I understand.
Yeah. I just want to do more of the
I've kept in
trains.
contact with them. Right, I've kept in contact with them, and they've kind of been busy with some of the spring trade shows, and they're making their rounds. And they just introduced their new commercial printer that they're selling, large format
That's the
commercial printer that
700.
they've now
That's
got
the
out on the
700
market.
IDEX, right? Or the D7
Yeah.
is called, something like that. Yeah.
G7, yeah, that's correct.
They had that a year ago. They had it last year.
I know that they had it last year, that they had it at a couple of the trade shows.
Mhm.
I don't know if they've had it commercially available or
Yeah, they have.
just started a new campaign for it, though. I know
Maybe
that.
Toys
you
for
can pay.
Tots need to print whistles for little kids. They need whistles.
That's well, it's about people donate models, and then they choose the models that are
And
appropriate.
actually, the bird whistle that I've seen blowing around, you put water in it, and it actually sounds like a bird when you blow in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tim has them
I've
actually
seen
put it
those.
out.
Those
Tweet,
are
tweet,
really
tweet,
cool.
tweet, tweet. That's really cool.
But they're really loud.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we
So
can
I wanna
start
make
a
some for
Toys
my
for Tots
grandkids.
campaign with whistles and drums. That'll drive all the parents crazy. Whistles and toy drums.
yeah. Well,
Jerry, if you make them for the grandkids, they're always going to be sent to your house.
No, I'll make the noisy toys and take it over there. Give them some soda to go with it when I leave. You know.
give them some Mountain Dew or some
Yeah.
Monster, and then give them the whistles, and then
Yeah.
wind them up and let them go. Well, my youngest is beyond that age, so. So what do you like to print, Dusty?
I print a lot of. I work in the entertainment industry. I've was forcibly retired about 4 years ago due to neck and spinal injuries, and that's actually when I started 3D printing personally. I've been 3D printing though for the entertainment industry, sets, props, costume, accessories, brooches and jewelry, costume jewelry for theatrical, TV, and movie production.
Nice.
But I've really been enjoying and playing with a lot of just 75 millimeter scale miniatures or busts and models. Because I was also previously a scenic artist and set painter. So it's allowing me to work on some of my dexterity and painting. And I don't know why I would like to make myself crazy trying to paint when I have dexterity issues, but I actually do enjoy the challenge and find it relaxing being able to work in miniature again. So there was a time when I couldn't even hold a grapefruit. So I'm
Jerry
fortunate
does a lot of
to
models.
be able to work on the models. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to show on screen you might have available?
I don't have anything within reach. I
Lyle,
wasn't
tell her we all said
planning on
goodbye.
streaming. I'm actually just sitting in my living room. I was checking email and I got the notification that you were live, and so I clicked on my my television. I've got a Fire TV, which has some limited Twitch capabilities, but I can at least tune into a broadcast and listen in. And I thought, well, I'm going to check my email, and as soon as I could get to the keyboard, punched in and said hello. I had been lurking for about an hour, so I figured I'd at least say hello and introduce myself. And then I've never been introduced to StreamYard before. I've tried streaming in on Loyal Moses a couple of times, and then on Chris Perillo's new printer live stream channel.
Maker
I've tried
Deck.
to access into that a couple of times, but I can't find software that will integrate with Twitch.
No, it's StreamYard. He uses StreamYard.
It's StreamYard strictly? Okay, I'll have to look
so
into that more.
you go through
Dusty,
Discord.
Rich has a question in chat. What kind of printer do you use professionally?
Professionally, they've got, well, I've used a variety of different printers, depending on the different shops and mills that are I've been working out of. A lot of Ender 3s, a lot of Ender mods. I personally have 2 CR6s that I got them from the original Kickstarter, and they came with all the attached problems. So they've been modified and upgraded and fixed, and I really like them for a small i3 printer. I think they're great. Well, in my case, I think they're great. They're a lot of fun to play with. I also have a CR30, which is the belt printer. It has its own characteristics and its own eccentricities, but it's a lot of fun to play with and very interesting working in the 45-degree slope, the design of the head and so forth, and trying to adjust and work with the models and make those all come together. But I really like that as well. For many of the pieces that I do, prop handguns, brooches, jewelry, some hair pieces. Of course, Mardi Gras. I do well. Actually, yes, I do have a couple of things here. I don't know which is going to show up best on screen. There's a black one. There's a white one. Actually, nice. Gray and white.
Is that
but
FDM
these were
or
resin
is it
printed.
resin?
It's resin. It was for Mardi Gras for the crew of Space Vikings, which is a sub-crew of the intergalactic crew of Chewbacca's, which is a science fiction and nerd Mardi Gras crew, open to all ages, family friendly, and unlike the other super crews, where it can cost you thousands of dollars to participate and ride, we have limited our annual dues to $42 for membership. And that includes, this evening they're having a reception, May the 4th reception. They have a fashion show in August that is for breast cancer awareness, and it's all sci-fi and nerd themed. And then each year before Lent, during Mardi Gras and Carnival, of course, we have our carnival activities. And then during the summer, they have the Art Camp 504, which is the telephone area code for New Orleans. And that is a youth and community art camp that takes place over 6 different weeks, and each week featuring a different form of art, whether it be paper mache, paint and acrylics, stick sculpture with popsicle sticks and wooden things that they find. And then the last week kind of combines all the art, and they do freeform projects using all of their knowledge that they'd acquired through the previous 5 weeks. So it's kind of a community or open access to the community. And I'm just a huge supporter of Chewbacca's because they are a not only a social aid and pleasure club for the crew itself, but they're very community active and supportive within the community, as many of the Mardi Gras crews are. So, cool. Yeah. But I did print a lot of medallions and trinkets, and one of the things about Mardi Gras is all the floats they throw little in addition to the beads, blinkies and twinklies and buttons and patches and you name it. Some of the crews throw toilet brushes and toilet plungers. Some of them throw glittered shoes and purses. It just
as long as those brushes and plungers are not pre-owned, it's okay.
Right. But many of them are actually decorated by the autistic children's groups and the groups that work with people that are overcoming disabilities. And so once again, I'm a big supporter of that after going through spinal surgery and my own recovery. any civic group that supports the aid and rehabilitation of people with disabilities, I'm right there to help them. So yeah, I like to participate any way I can. During Hurricane Ida, we have a big sign shop next door. We've got a laser printer or a laser cutter, capable of. They've been cutting 3/4 inch Lexan, clear Lexan with it the past week.
Probably 100
Which
watt or
is
150 watts
interesting.
CO2.
What's
Yeah, it's
that?
probably 100 or 150 watt CO2 laser.
Yeah, it's a big CO2, huge, nice big table.
Yeah, it's probably a 100. Well, if you can do that thick with Lexan that easy, I'm guessing it's a 150 watt. I'm guessing.
It might even be more than that because it runs that Lexan like butter.
Yeah.
They are keeping the paper surface on it before they cut, or because the clear
Well, the
Lexan
CO2
itself
won't
is
matter.
having trouble with. Right.
Yeah, because CO2, because it's at 10,500 nanometers, it'll cut clear Lexan or clear acrylic without even thinking about it.
Yep. I've always table cut, and I've tried
Yes,
CNC
right.
or mill cutting Lexan before, and it's just the
Messy.
blades and the bits heat up, and it gets gummy and sticky, and it's just miserable. And the laser cutter is amazing. But during Hurricane Ida, most of the neighborhoods are quite friendly, and during tornadoes, hurricanes, disasters, we seem to have an annual event here in New Orleans. But we always have big block parties where somebody will bring out the big gas grill, and we'll have a couple of burners with big steamer pots on them, and we'll cook crawfish and corn and potatoes, or we'll have one that's full of jambalaya, and we'll make 25, 30 pounds of jambalaya, and everybody brings, whatever's thawing out of the freezer and throws it on the grill. And we'll basically just feed the whole neighborhood for the week until we're able to get our power back. And we generally have a couple of large generators because being associated with the film industry, we've usually got 5, 10, and 15 kV generators that are available to us. And so we wire up the shop. So we've got some air that people can come in and get some cool, fresh air if it's hot and humid out. Because, 85 degrees and 110% humidity is pretty much May through October in New Orleans.
Yeah. So Rich, to answer your question, yes, everything in the sciences is metric.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep.
I'll be right back, guys. I got the dog
every
out.
college, every university. Are you leaving, Marlon?
Yeah, take the
I
dog
got
out.
the dog out.
All right, man.
I think going for a walk. I'll be right back.
Okay. So everything that's done in any of the sciences and generally in engineering, they all do metric because metric is internationally accepted. Whereas the old imperial system is generally shunned from because it's harder to get accurate readings when doing everything in the limiter of 100 is way easier than doing it in quarters and 18ths and 16ths and 32nds of an inch. It just becomes harder and harder and harder to measure. Whereas you do it in factors of 100, which is what the metric system is, it's way easier to do it. And it's more accurate because the
More precise, yeah.
Yeah.
All federal prints are metric too, like for bridges and roads. They're all metric.
Your money, the US dollar, is metric. There's 100 cents in the dollar. That's metric. You don't think that, but it is. Your money is metric. The only thing that's not really metric is measurements and speed here in the States. Almost everything, the vast majority of things, even though you don't realize it, they're already on metric. So
it's easier,
and it's so much easier to work with, and people just don't realize it. They fight it adamantly.
Everybody who's into 3D printing, we all do stuff in metric. Most people in the CNCs does stuff in metric. People into lasers, we do stuff in metric because you get far more precise measurement with it, and it's easier to use. So yeah, the vast majority of things, even people say no, we're not metric in the US, you kind of are. There's one or two areas that you're not yet, but everything else already is around you. You just don't realize it. So
I got a delivery a couple days ago from Amazon. I must have been a private person delivering it. And I have a white picket fence around the front of my house, and they stuck it in the slat of the fence. Boy, that ticked me off, because any kid riding it down the street's going to go, wow, free mail. They usually throw it in my yard or bring it to the front door. Typically, they toss it in my yard 4 or 5 feet. And this is just sitting right there saying, steal me.
did you complain?
No, I didn't say nothing about it. I don't know which
Oh, I
driver
would
it
have.
was.
I would have. I'd have gone out and taken a photograph of it and saying,
It's okay. Right above it, I have a doorbell. It says, please ring doorbell for packages. People don't usually ring
the
doorbell.
package in metric or something?
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem.
They used to do the same thing when I lived in the French Quarter, even though 12 feet from the gated door to the courtyard, with a big sign on it said, please go to the coffee shop on the corner. They have access to the courtyard. Never happened. I had so many boxes stolen because, you know, my UPSs and FedExes, I get a ping as soon as they scan it delivered. And either they scan it as they're getting off the truck or they scan it as they leave it at the door and climb back on their truck. So I could usually get down the stairs and get my package before some vagrant took off with it. But they were known for that in the French Quarter quite frequently as well. Now I live out in the suburbs of New Orleans, as it were. So I live in Jefferson Parish now.
I'll be right back.
But, okay, Jerry. On Monday to Friday, my FedEx person, or not my FedEx, my Amazon person comes to my door and delivers my package on my front porch. And I know it's safe there because my camera's watching, and I'm in a nice neighborhood anyway, right? On a Saturday or a Sunday, if there's a delivery Saturday or Sunday, the person that does the weekends, they leave it on the side of my house, right by my garage door, which we'd only see if we were going in and out that way. We'd never get notification that they're actually here. And if it rains, because I'm in Michigan, most of our rain comes from, especially in wintertime, will come from the north, right? So if they leave something out there in winter and it's raining, they're leaving it in the rain because the rain's going to hit my garage door. My garage door faces north. And like we've had packages that were marked as delivered. Now I had stuff missing once. But we had packages delivered and we wouldn't know. It'd come Friday night, late Friday night. If we didn't go out the side of the house, we wouldn't know until Monday morning that the stuff was there. It'd have been out there all weekend.
Now that you got a camera, and when I got a camera, did you ever watch the videos? And none of them bend over and set the package down.
Well, mine always do. No, mine are careful.
I've got a table right next to my door, empty, just so they can set it there, and they walk up and they just go drop it right there
in front of the door. Yeah.
Well, no. I've never had that. I have the camera then coming up. They come up and they play stuff down. And I have we have a standing pot right on right up to the side of our door. Some of them actually put it behind the pot out of the way.
Wow. And I got a table right there. They could just set it right on the table. It's like 6 inches away from where they drop it.
My camera, I use the Google doorbell on my front door. So if they leave a package, I get an email saying a package was delivered.
Yeah,
right.
Me too. Yeah.
And if you pick it up and take it in, it says the package retrieval, right? But it's really my guys have been really good, except the guys, as you said, Amazon Flex, Rich, you said the guys on the weekends, they take the lazy way out. They run up the drive, they drop it, and then they run back down the driveway instead of bringing it over to my porch, which is where they should put it.
You get the same person? You get the same person a lot?
I don't know on the weekends. During the week, it's often one. There's only 2 or 3 of them that we see kind of regularly, and they're very good. They're very good. Having issues, cannot connect to one Raspberry Pi. Can't even ping the Pi. Oh, Did you
Liam,
get
what
inside
part of
trade
Michigan
wrestling
are
for
you
a
in? I
goal?
was born and raised in Jackson.
Jackson, where?
Jackson, Michigan.
Oh, you are? Okay. I've been to Jackson a few times. I'm in Wixom,
Oh, okay. Okay.
just north of Novi.
Yep.
Hmm.
I spent a lot of time traveling and touring around Michigan. Well, it's been 30 years since they've even existed in Michigan, but I used to work with the Rozier Players, the old vaudeville troupe, and we'd travel around to a lot of the older small theaters, old movie houses that had been converted over to theaters, and
Hmm.
doing recreations of some of the old vaudeville shows and some of the old they used to call them Toby acts, where it had the bumpkin clown kind of character, almost kind of like a Red Skelton sort of character, but it was known as the Toby character in vaudeville. But we traveled around most of Michigan, and I spent a lot of time there until I was about 18. There you go, Jerry.
That's really funny. You missed it. It's really good. That's fantastic. That's a great story.
He missed the giveaway.
What do you think? What do you think about the story, Matt? What do you think of it?
He's muted, Matt. We can't hear
Yeah,
you.
you're muted. We can't hear you.
He even
Sorry, I
forgot
was
he muted
talking to somebody.
You were asleep. I mean, no, you were.
No, I was
asleep,
not
man.
asleep.
Yeah, you were.
No.
Okay, we're going to take a vote. Who think Matt was asleep? Come
Come
on,
that
vote.
looks asleep. My eyes
Dusty,
closed.
come on.
This is awake.
He was talking to the inside of his eyelids.
He was. He was inspecting the inside of his eyelids while he was doing.
No.
You need to go to bed and spend the night and take something. And yeah, see, even Ming Customs. See, Chris even thinks you're asleep. See, everybody's
What time
saying
is
you're
it,
asleep.
Matt?
It's
What time is it there,
Uh,
Matt?
Should be 2:30 in the morning, I believe.
Yeah, we have it on camera.
2:21.
Oh,
2:21.
Chris, go and on Twitch, go and do a snip of that and capture it. And we're gonna put,
Uh-oh.
on,
Oh,
go capture
no.
it.
Come on.
Go
I
snip
was
it.
not asleep. I'm
and
serious.
go snip it and post it on YouTube and post it on Twitter.
Oh, no. That's just bloody wrong.
You can put the caption, Matt does sleep even on streams.
Yeah. I think the last person I saw sleeping on stream was Mylan. And that was a while back though.
Well, that was medicated. He
Yeah,
didn't
his
have a choice.
medication. I know. Yeah.
I take medication.
Mm-hmm.
My medication didn't make me drop.
No. We saw you asleep.
No, I was not asleep.
None of us, not one person here believes that, right? We all saw you. So,
This
Jerry,
is
what's
like,
your next project?
What?
What's your next project?
The Two Trees Laser. I'm working on another video for them. I'll have it out in a couple of days. I got a lot of stuff to film.
Cool.
And then I have to start working on IDEX Guido again. And then after that, I'll go back and probably work on the belt printer or go back to the X tool. It's just, I need to do a lot of follow-up videos on products that I've got.
I might try and get the bell printer
the
done
X
if
tool.
I have time.
D1
Sorry?
diode laser, the big X tool D1 diode laser.
Yeah.
Are you a member of my YouTube channel? You subscribe?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys posted a video, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
2 days ago, I think it was. Yeah.
Did you?
X tool
No, I
D1.
don't get a lot. I don't get a lot of notification for a lot of the channels.
Ring the bell.
You need to
Ding the bell and you'll
I
get
do.
it. Okay.
I do. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of them just seems like I get the same ones all the time. I don't know why. So then I go and I unring it and then I ring it again just to see if it'll like start sending them.
Every time I do a video on YouTube, I post it on Facebook, my Facebook group, and on Twitter. And then
Yeah, the Twitter
lately
I
I've been
usually
posting
see it.
on Afterprint, Liam's group also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually see it on Twitter. I didn't see it this time.
I don't monitor Twitter that much. I check it maybe once in a day, and that's about it. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's fine, but I'm not a big fan of it. The one thing I hate about Twitter is when somebody is replying to a message and they tag you in it, you see their reply, but you can't get all the previous messages associated with it. It's really hard to find.
Yeah, it's like, what is this in regards to? And then you can't edit, and you can only leave so much, and then it gets cut off. So you got to try to figure out how to shorten your message when you don't want it shortened.
Yeah.
So
there's it's fine as a medium, but they need to have, when you click on something, like in Facebook, when you're clicking a message, it brings up the message and the primary
all the posts related to it. Yeah,
the hierarchy is there. Whereas there's
just
no
give it a
hierarchy.
few weeks. Musk is going to fix it, right? Just give it a few weeks.
They haven't approved it yet, have they? Has the board approved that yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty
He
positive.
could probably pull out his wallet and pay for it. You know.
He hasn't fixed his satellite service yet, so his satellite internet. So,
well, his satellite internet is working. Actually, he's getting
I'd rather
better
see
and
him
better the
work
more he
on
launches.
that than Twitter.
Sorry.
The guy is unbelievable, though, man. He got a lot of balls in the air he's juggling, and he's doing some shit, man. You know, with the Tesla and then the tunnels and
the Hyperloop,
the Neuralink thing. He's getting somewhere.
He's got a very creative approach to things, and he thinks outside the box.
SpaceX too. I mean,
but he thinks outside the box. That's why he can do the stuff he's doing, right? He doesn't think we've always done it this way, so that's the way you have to do it. He likes he seems to like the challenge and finding a way to get it working, which is why we've had electric cars in the past, but they never took off, right? Now we have.
They never took off because all the people out there that make gas and coal and fuel, they all shut things down.
But now that's not the case
Well, the
anymore.
first car was an electric car, right? The first car was an electric car, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. No, it was gas.
Steam, and then electric, I thought.
No, I think it was gas. It wasn't steam, was it?
Yeah, there was a steam car, then an electric car, and then a gas car.
No, you mean mass produced?
No, just like in the evolution of.
I'll find out I'll ask the question Saturday because I'll be at the museum, and the museum is the Ford museum, so they have all the Ford cars and everything there.
I'm not positive. It's just something that I think I read and I remember. I could have dreamt it. Who the fuck knows? I mean, who knows? Yeah. But that's just. I think I remember that for some reason.
Maybe you're right. I do not know, but did you know? Like, hey, Glasseries, how are you? Did you know that a train, right, does not use diesel engines? He doesn't use a diesel engine. A train uses an electric engine, engine, and then they run the diesel is used to generate power for the electric. So train.
I actually did know that.
Torque they need for a train, they cannot do it. They can't get the right torque. They can't get enough energy out of a gas or a diesel engine. So they actually use electric motors, and they power it from a diesel engine on board. So the diesel is a generator that actually powers the electric motor.
Yeah, Snowpiercer's been running for like 100 years nonstop.
You should see the engine, though. When we were kids, we lived by Electromotive, like the biggest train factory in the world at that time. And then they would they showed where they set an engine on top of the
Chris,
the chassis, and that the camber in that chassis was unbelievable. It was like 4 feet. They set that engine down and it straightened right out.
Problems.
Chris is Googling and copying and pasting in chat now.
Yeah. So Chris said it was actually it was gas engine. But they've had like in the UK, the milk trucks that go around and deliver milk to stores and so on.
I swore it was steam.
They've been battery since the 1940s.
And that is another reason by his comment being copied.
It is allowed.
I was just thinking that's why a lot of streamers and people that do videos on YouTube don't want to go on live streams because they do scripted stuff, reading off teleprompters, and it's very fine tuned and they're very good at it. But if you put them on camera, ask them questions, they might go, so they don't want to live stream. So
yeah,
it's like
to me, the word and also the both of those are they're grammatical corrections.
My
I
son,
use them very often.
my son called me like a week ago, and he goes, "Hey, Dad, the video you just did, you said and like X amount of times." And I went and watched the video, and I wrote down on a piece of paper how many times I said it. It's like, you're kidding me. Wow, I did.
You
But
know what that
evidently,
is?
I say it all the time.
Well,
He said,
They got a
so then he
plug-in that'll check that
he
out.
sent me a
and
video to
edit it.
YouTube with this guy's explaining, slow down, close your mouth, take a breath, give people time to think about what you just said, and then go on to your next topic. When you just keep constantly talking, you tend to do that.
well,
Are you
it's
talking
a
about that
way
guy?
of
Is that black guy,
it's your
Jerry?
mouth moving too fast, and your brain's not caught up yet. So you need
Is that
time
the
for
black
you
guy
need,
on YouTube, Jerry, that teaches you how to do that?
No, some old white dude. I don't
Okay.
know.
Don't they have a plug-in like for editing software where you can take all the ums out?
Sorry, could you say that again?
I don't know.
I'm serious. Don't they have a plug-in in editing video editing
No.
software where it
No.
goes in there and takes all the ums out?
No.
Well, there you go, Jerry.
Yeah, but there are.
There's your idea.
Well, there is software that will take out silent moments, like quiet moments in your video, but
Yeah, that's
there's
that
none.
I know, yeah.
The problem is everyone's enunciation of like pause words. They vary so much that you'd have to you'd have to train the system and select a few of them so it'd learn from it, and you need to have AI to do it, and then it could use that learned information to find them for you. But nobody has built an AI that will do it yet.
I screwed up my sound the other day on a video, and it wasn't working in DaVinci Resolve, so I had to edit using my cell phone. I started the video where I wanted to start talking. I hit play, I hit record, and I just started talking calmly, explaining what I'm seeing on screen. When I put it all together, it sounded really good because I was pretty much talking about that item at that time. But sometimes you might start explaining more, then the scene will jump, and you're still talking about this other thing. But it worked out pretty good.
And maybe when you're saying a lot, maybe you're talking too much or something. Maybe something like that. I don't know.
Well, I know I speak fast.
I guess I don't know.
My issue is I speak fast, and yes, I do have to give my brain time to catch up with my mouth. I'm admitting it.
Liam just did it twice. He said said a sentence, and he went again.
Yes, I do it all the time. I know I do. I do a lot of videos in work. There I go again. But I do a lot of videos in work, and as I do it in work, I go back and edit the video after the fact, and I try and remove as many of them as I can. It's not always successful, because sometimes it's so close to a word because you go and go, and then you say another word immediately afterwards. No, I'm doing it on purpose there, Jerry. So you say or whatever, and you go straight into another word, and there's so little gap there, it's hard to edit it out. So some of those I would leave in, but the vast majority of them I actually take them out of the videos I record for work. It sounds better without them. Let's agree for an exemption for steakums.
Steakums, I used to buy those all the time. They're good. I haven't had them in a long time now.
What's a steakum?
Wow, yeah, I forgot
Real
about
thin steak you buy in the frozen food section. You throw them in the microwave or in a skillet.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah. I forgot all about those.
They still have them at Walmart.
I ain't heard of those in years.
How about it?
Oh, and the White Castle you buy frozen, they taste exactly like the ones you get fresh. Because downtown here in Vegas, they got a White Castle, and even though I just ate at Pizza Rock here like a year ago, I was stuffed. We're over on Fremont. There's a White Castle, so I had to go in and buy some. My wife's like, "Where do you have room?" I said, "But it's White Castle. We're down here. I've got to try it." So I'm buying more food, shove it in my mouth, and they taste exactly like the frozen ones.
Well, here in Michigan,
that's what's bad about Charlotte. Charlotte's food sucks. It's terrible. They don't have a good restaurant in this city. Not one.
White Castle is not a good restaurant. I'm sorry. Well, here in Michigan,
you know what? They don't even have that.
The White Castle sliders are known for the only time you eat White Castle in Michigan is when you've been out in the town all night long and you're so drunk that you don't know what you're eating anyway. You don't care. So, it's not really like it's. They eat them here, but it's not. It doesn't have any good acclaim.
I had a problem about a month ago, and I had to contact my doctor to hurry up and prescribe something for my problem. I'm not going to explain it, but you'll get it in a minute. True story. And what they prescribed helped instantaneously.
White Castle.
And then about a week later, I ate a Taco Bell, and guess what? I didn't need to get the medicine prescribed. Taco Bell's on the same damn thing.
Okay, now we know exactly what you're referring to. Yeah.
White Castle
and Crystal Burger are known for their late night drunk food.
Yeah. And then
you go in there, order 40 white sliders that you can only eat 10, and then you throw the other 30 at other people in the restaurant.
Oh man, no, I've never eaten White Castle, but I know enough people who have. And
Hey, Liam,
I always say it's what you drink, it's what you eat after a night in the town.
Would you do me a favor, Liam?
What, sir?
Do you ever go grocery shopping, or does your wife do all of it?
My wife does the vast majority of it. I would say yes.
Okay, well, tell her to go to the frozen food section at Walmart or wherever, buy you a little box of White Castles with or without cheese, and try them, and let me know in a week what you thought, because I think you'll love them.
Yeah, you gotta have cheese.
I love them.
They're in little
Just had
2-pack.
them
You throw them in a microwave, take them out of the cellophane. They're awesome little burgers.
I know they are the sliders. Yeah.
Just try them. That way you can say you tried them.
Okay.
I mean, I'd appreciate it. Because I think you'll
Well,
like them.
I think you like them.
I'll be at the museum this weekend, but she'll be shopping.
Yeah,
so
they're not expensive, and I think you'll love them.
Yeah, I think
They
she
haven't
might
been
be-
around for what? How long has White Castle been around?
Like
50,
the 20s or
60
something,
years?
1920s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
100
been,
years
since,
for
they've
nothing.
been around since Moses was a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. When
but-
I lived in
Yeah.
Charlotte, we used to
He
have a
wishes.
regular Saturday night poker game.
No problem.
And,
Tim.
it seems like around 2:00 in the morning, somebody'd always run down to White Castles and just get a big bag of Castle burgers. And you could usually get a bag, feed the 6 of us.
In
for
Charlotte?
$10.
In Charlotte?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I live in Charlotte now. I have never seen a White Castle.
This was 30, 35 years ago. There was one
Google.
down in Dilworth. It did not last long. But I think it was only 5 or 6 years.
Too bad.
I'm trying
Actually,
to
Jerry-
think if it was before or after the hurricane. It might have been before the hurricane, even.
Jerry, I won't be able to
moved
buy
here
those. I won't
4
be able to
years
get those
ago.
burgers.
Okay.
The reason why is I'm on a diet.
Uh,
They totally go against
Yeah.
my diet.
you get them without cheese.
No, they're fatty. They're totally against my diet.
Excuses.
Yeah, Chris, I never noticed the difference, fresh or frozen. I didn't notice the difference.
It's not fatty. It's not meat. It's not real meat. So you can eat them.
Yeah, no. I'm on a.
Yeah, nowadays with all the
very
fillers, you don't
strict-
know.
I'm on a very strict diet. In
What's
the
he-
last
But
in 2 weeks.
no
I've
White
dropped-
Castle diet.
In 2 weeks, I've dropped 6 pounds. So it's working.
That's not bad, Lim.
That's good. That's good going. Yeah, and that's without any exercising or anything. That's just I eat 2 meals a day, but
That's a
I
half a pound a day.
I eat 2 meals, and what I do is I have my first meal of the day doesn't happen until 11 a.m. in the morning, and then I have one more. I have 8 hours. I do what's called intermittent fasting. So you eat within 8 hours, and you have 2 meals within that time, and you can have like fruit or whatever during in between. But I have one morning meal at 11, and then I have one evening meal, and that's it. And the first week is kind of hard, but after that it kind of gets easy.
If
And,
I wanted to lose weight, I could buy a large Domino's pizza and have one slice a day at 12 o'clock, and I would lose a lot of weight. But if I buy large Domino's pizza at 12 o'clock, I'll have 3 pieces right then. Later, I'll have 2, and before I go to bed, I'll finish the rest of it. Therefore, I try not to buy pizza.
I don't eat pizza. I don't eat bread. I've actually
Man, your life sucks. All this good food out there, and you don't eat anything.
Well,
you
I
don't watch
eat
TV.
I eat pizza. I just don't eat it right now because I'm on my diet.
Okay.
And it's working. So what
So what's your diet? You eating cardboard or what? What's going
no,
on?
well, no, I do.
All you can
I
eat
eat a lot of
diet?
meat. I eat a lot of meat, but I eat my breakfast would be very little carbs, very very low carbs. I eat at 11 in the morning, I'd have meat, some form of meat for my breakfast and brunch. It's more of a brunch than anything else. And then I'd eat again in about 6 o'clock in the evening. I'd eat again. I'd have my normal dinner, but again, I don't eat heavy fatty foods. I'm really trying to curtail all of that because I eat too much of that kind of crap, right? So I curtail all of that, and it's working. It's, as I said, 6 pounds in 2 weeks. That's a lot. That's fast. So let's see how it's. The very first week you lose a lot because and then it starts to level out somewhat and goes a slower slope, but it's doing well. I'm doing it and it's working well, and it's not that hard to do either.
My current medical condition, I don't know why I'm not already skinny because everything, honestly, I'm not going to explain it, but everything goes through me. No matter what I eat, it goes straight through me. And that's my current
What
condition.
about the carnivore diet? You ever hear of that?
That's like the carnivore diet is what is keto. The keto diet is actually mostly meat. And you go into keto, and so your body consumes the carbohydrates from your body from your body rather than you ingesting carbohydrates, right? But for me, what it's all about keeping my insulin level. And I'm not diabetic or anything, but it's, when you eat carbs, your insulin levels spike, right? And if you after a while, and then your body starts consuming that, your body stores it. So if you ingest less carbs, your insulin level never goes up, and your body is always using itself as a source of energy rather than using what you eat as the source of energy. So you're just flipping it around. You're forcing
your body into a state of ketosis.
Well, I'm not a keto. I'm not doing the keto diet, but yes, but the keto diet is about ketosis. But
right,
for me,
the keto diet's different. I'm talking about the physical state of ketosis. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I do, and it works. It's working. So I'm going to keep going. So even Spring noticed it actually tonight. I haven't seen Spring in a while, and she noticed that I've lost some already. So I went down. I went down 2 notches.
Does that mean your head shrunk, Liam?
I went down 2 notches in my belt already.
No.
I was just wondering if your head shrunk, Liam.
No. I got that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a nice lamp.
Looks real good, Matt.
Mario.
Cool.
Jerry got his Stream Deck.
He does. Well, actually, at the end of the month, I think I picked the machine I want. So at the end of the month, I'm going to buy it. So, and I'll set up for next month. So I'll have it. I'll do all the drops and stuff when I get it set up, because what I have now is not powerful enough to do what I need. But at the end of the month, I'll order the other machine.
The computer, you mean?
Yeah, I'm in the process also right now of
Glass
getting a
rings.
new computer.
It's not color mixing. What he does is he prints it in white PLA, and then he prints with an inkjet printer the background, and then he sticks the background onto the back of the lithophane, so the light shines through to give it its color.
Hey
so
guys, I'm gonna go.
Colors, a single color litho with an image at the back.
Take care, John. And anybody that doesn't know, John right there, that's Dum Dum in chat. So that's who he goes by. Yeah. That's John. Great guy. Have a great night. Thanks.
In chat and in live.
Take care, John.
Okay, we see you guys.
Good, John.
Ciao.
Have a good night.
Yeah, we'll only be on for about 15 more minutes anyway, and then we'll write over to somebody.
Yeah, Klesha, Richie G, check out my Facebook website, Tactile 3D Picture, and contact me if you want to do some, or I'll help you out and show you how to do some lithos.
Yeah, well, Matt uses Luban mostly, but there are other websites that will do color.
Litho.com.
Litho.com, and what they'll do is you print out the file that you set, and they'll even give you the file that you have to print on your inkjet printer, and then you put one behind the other. They actually do all of that for you.
Yeah, I've got a LaserJet printer. Will not print anything bright enough to put behind a litho.
No, you need to have an inkjet. Yeah. Because a LaserJet is melting powder onto the paper.
Well, this is great. Milan has been working on his printer the whole time. He's not in the next brace. He hasn't fell asleep. And this has been a very productive stream for Milan.
Yeah,
Well,
Yes,
stuff
really
done, man.
good.
And we got to
Well-
see a hot nurse in the background a little bit ago.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well, you must remember a week ago he was laid up in bed after falling and getting hurt,
Yeah.
and he found himself on the floor. So yeah, this is a big improvement for you.
Yeah. Well, then you figure in June it's going to get worse again because I'll have surgeries on the 9th. So the
Yeah,
night
but
I have it, I'll be in the hospital on the 9th and the 10th, and I'll come home on the 11th.
yeah, but a
So-
week later you'll start getting your motion back again. You start getting moving around again. So
If
I'll be
insurance
stuck in that big old neck brace again. So
for about
If
a week or
insurance-
so, yeah.
if insurance
printed-
covers it, I'll be in the hospital on the 27th, and I don't think they're going to buy me breakfast when they're done. But only if insurance covers it.
Cliche, it's basically printed on a regular piece of paper.
Yeah.
And but you have to use an inkjet. The powdered ones don't work really well.
Yeah, colored lasers are a problem. They won't work because it's too dark. The inkjet absorbs into the paper to allow the light
It's too
to
pastel. I think it's too pastel-y, pastel color almost.
Well, no,
Inkjet.
it's because an inkjet or a
ink.
laser jet puts
Laser
the
jet.
powder down and melts it with heat. The laser jet has a drum, and it writes on the drum with a laser. Then it charges the drum, and the drum passes over the powder, and the powder sticks to that drum. And then as the paper comes underneath it, which is charged by the rollers, the material is laid down on it and is passes through a heating unit.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
physical
that's-
bright ink, and it's not as bright.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Doesn't matter.
that's how they work. It's an inkjet because the ink absorbs in it, so it allows light transmission. It's easier. It's like a
now,
dye.
Matt, do you have a YouTube channel or do you have a website?
I have Tactile 3D Picture on Facebook. It's my
On
own
Facebook?
group. Yeah.
Okay.
And I do have on Twitch streaming. I do stream on Twitch at least once a week right now.
Okay. So I can look you up on Facebook. All right, I got you, buddy.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook, so
Yeah.
you can just contact me and I'll send you a link to it if you want. And if you have any more questions, then let me know.
Milan, now that you're not medicated up, remember to message me on Facebook your contact info so I can send you those
Yeah.
stickers.
As a matter of fact, I'll bring up Facebook. I'll bring up Facebook right now on the other.
You can put it in
Yeah.
private chat also on screen. You can put it in private chat.
Yeah, if you want to.
Let's see here.
It's up to you. You can put it in private chat or you can just message me on Facebook.
I'm on my tablet, so I'm not on the big computer. So
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you put it in private chat and Liam don't copy it and he shuts down the stream, he'll lose it.
Yeah, Facebook it to me. It's better. Facebook Messenger is way better.
Okay, I'll do it
I will send it
Facebook.
out tomorrow. I'll put it in the mail tomorrow.
Okay, let me change the other computer over. Go to Facebook right now.
Sorry, I'm watching my print. Make sure it goes okay.
Play with your phone. I don't want to play with your phone.
So, well, that's it. That's all that's going on. I want to get Starship done by Friday, and then I'm not around the weekend, so I won't be hanging out with you Saturday, Jerry. Sorry.
No problem.
Oh,
I'll be at the museum. So when I get home on early enough, I will come in and I'll join in, but I won't be around for the start for sure. Because
Okay, no
I'll
worries.
be there till about 3 or 4 my time in the afternoon, maybe even later. Because
Okay. Well, if you have time, great. And if you don't, I understand. Life gets in the way. Everybody's got things they have to do, and streaming and 3D printing, it has to be on the, your
I'll be there, Jerry.
not your priority.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I like the Hangouts, so I enjoy the Hangouts. So I'll if I get home early enough, I'll jump on.
And 2 weeks in a row, I left at 6 o'clock, and look, I've been here for an extra hour.
Say that again?
2 weeks in a row, I only stuck around till 6 on your live streams, and I left because I had somewhere else to go.
Oh, yeah.
But I never did it this week.
Cool. Well, we're gonna wrap it up anyway. So let's see who else is on, who we're gonna raid. And that's only for those who are on
I
Twitch.
just wanted to say that I thoroughly have enjoyed the Hangouts, just lurking and watching on my Fire TV the last couple weeks. I've been absent the last 2 weekends after I had my initial introduction with you and won the filament. Um, we had French Quarterfest, which is the world's largest free music festival that takes place across the New Orleans riverfront and French Quarter. And usually there's a month in between before the Jazz and Heritage Festival, which is a 2 week long, uh, more expensive paid ticketed event out at the fairgrounds and racetrack. So I've been absent. I'm the operations manager for French Quarterfest and production manager for Jazz Fest. So the last 2 weeks I've been absent. I was off yesterday and today, and tomorrow we're back into our second and final weekend of Jazz Festival. So if I get the opportunity, I'll certainly drop into the Hangout, especially now that I've discovered StreamYard.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for the invitation. I've thoroughly enjoyed the Hangouts the last couple weeks.
Yeah, very nice meeting you. You're always welcome. And I do this every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, so check out Jerry's channel as well because he does a Saturday
I
afternoon.
actually have your schedule marked on Twitch as well, Jerry.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
All right, guys. I think
Very
we're
nice
going to
meeting
raid.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, Liam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just sent it to you on Facebook. I messaged you on Facebook.
Okay, let me have a quick look. See if I see. Oh, I do not see it. Are you sure you sent it to me? Oh, we know.
I just heard a ding somewhere.
No, that was somebody else.
Oh.
Are you
I
sure?
looked
You
on-
sent it? Who did you send it to? Did you send it to
William
William?
Finn. Yeah,
Say
William
again?
Finn.
I do not
William
see it.
Finn.
Let me refresh Facebook to see if it's in there. Because in Messenger, I just got a message from somebody else and it came through, but yours did not.
I got his email, Liam. I can just send you his email. You can reply to it and he'll email
Sure.
it back.
Yeah, do that, Jerry, because that way then I can just message him. Because I don't see your message.
What the heck? Hold on. Wait a minute.
I don't know.
You
Okay,
forgot to press
let me
send.
raid and then we can talk while then, okay? Let me just do the raid. Give me a moment. So I'm going to raid over to Chris Prillo. Let's go over to say hi to Chris. And guys, thank you again for hanging out with me. Let me get this raid started. Raid is only for those who are on Twitch. I cannot raid over anybody on other media. But if you're on Twitch, I can raid. We're going to raid Chris Prillo, and he's going to be all geeking out. He always is Star Wars. Well, on this day of all days, like the Star Wars Day, he's going to be seriously geeking out about Star Wars. So go check him out. Say hi to Chris. And guys, thank you for hanging out with me again. I will see you Saturday on Jerry's stream if I make it home in time. And if not, I'll be here next weekend. And I come on and off anyway on Twitch. Right,
Thanks for joining, everybody. Have an awesome night.
Yeah, thanks for
Say
joining.
goodbye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Everybody, wave goodbye.
Later, goodbye, guys.
And we should be rating.
Hold on, Liam. We'll get ready to send it.
I already gave your email. Who are you rating?
Did we just rated over to Chris,
Yeah,
right?
we'll just rate it.
Okay, let me stop this. End broadcast.